What you think, man?
I've been in the polyamory lifestyle. I can't even say lifestyle because it's not a lifestyle. It's a way of loving, not a way of living. I've been polyamorous for about 10 years now.
Okay.
And the mindset for me is mentally, I think I've been polyamorous longer than actually practicing it because I've always felt that this like monogamy just doesn't fit for me. Right. I don't understand why I have to only love one person or why I can only show affection for one person. Where is this written? Why do I have to go along with what the societal standard supposedly is?
Right.
And then the problem comes when you love somebody too much. When you let yourself love somebody too much,
and they don't love you the same.
It's not even matter whether they love you back or not. They can love you back, but it's still unhealthy to love somebody that much. Well, which I understand that ideology of that. Well, I can't have. I might as well. I've been there. I know that. But at the same time, you have to realize, what your culpability is in a relationship going, however it went. You start thinking about, well, damn, I did this. So, you can love somebody too much. And then, see, this complicates things for us men because we already have a hard time forming those emotional attachments. You already told don't do that.
The missing link to that goes back to a time before we were even thought. Why doesn't my father like me? Is that a protection for me?
Right.
Or is that the way he was raised? Or maybe somebody hugged him one day, a man hugged him. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying we got
No, but there are things that could have happened that absolutely that caused him to be the way he is.
Made him feel weird, needed.
Right.
Yeah. So the things that we think are sometimes a rejection or a lack may have been a protection.
And most of the time they are like absolutely. But if we don't understand that, all we know is the rejection.
You see, like what I understand with my father,
men were going to jail, killing each other, and then now we got bisexual, then we got gays, now we got transgender. So with all of that going on, the purpose of that was removing the black man, the black male from the household. Okay? So with him not being in the household, she's getting the welfare, or she's out there in the workforce, forced to take care of herself, and if she have children, to take care of the children alone. Whether he's in jail, whether he's dead, whether he's bisexual, whether he's gay, whatever. The black male was removed from the home, and black woman was forced to provide for the children, for herself.
You're missing one other thing that removes black male from the home. That's white women. Because after a while, it was run on black men, white women. Yeah, white women. At one point, black men, they just had to have a white woman. No matter what their social economical status was, white women was the way to go. And so that pulled a lot of black men out of the house.
Damn, I sure missed that. I mean, I know Rick James, I know, I mean, you did it. I just didn't think of that as a major absence of the black man. So
being a provider means so many things.
Right.
It means put you in a house. It means I got your back. It means we're doing this together. It means I'm not gonna walk away when things get hard. That's providing, right? I'm gonna provide emotional protection so that you can, I'll be present for you when you don't feel like you can be there for yourself or whatever, so there's so much more definition to the thing, right? And even on the flip side, looking at, the men with kids, right? I remember I did not want a man who had kids. And I was about 25 when I met my ex-husband. And stuff like that.
Yo, what it is, what it do. Another blessed day, another episode. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Speak On It podcast, 2K24 fall edition. Shit's about to be that winter. About to set in. Temps dropping. A lot of ladies ready to get booed up. You know what I'm saying? Hot girl summer been out of here. That cold weather stepping in. They looking for somebody to lay up with. Big man season. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that I'm medium man. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't little, I ain't big. So I'm all season. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's a lot. Man, we're gonna have to definitely do a prayer for the city of Bastrop, Louisiana. It's like they just can't win. It's every week, and especially during the holidays. It's this from Thanksgiving leading all the way up to Christmas. Every time I look up, it's another death, another senseless death going on in the city of Bastrop, Louisiana. It's been quite a few, even Monroe catching hell. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Morgan family. It's just it's so many, so much I can't keep up with it. But every day, every other day, it's a tragedy going on down there. Teens killing each other. The cop killing each other, you know what I'm saying? So it's black on black, and it's all in that little town. So that's why it's such a big thing, because it's in such a small town, and it's crazy. So my shout out goes, man, to that city. They need prayer, they need to step up, they need guidance. And like I say, you guys need to put together some type of organization. Get with Mark Moore, Dee Green, Val, which is Leontre Jones, Ernest Green. You guys need to come together. If I was there, I would definitely be in there rallying with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some things going. Reach out to Rose Thompson. You know, you got to get something going. Shani is a good person. The Crowder family took a tragic, man. That's like some civil rights type shit that happened to them. So, but yeah, let's get that going. Hold on a moment. Let me see here. I posted something, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what I got here. Let's see. And it's causing a lot of rhetoric. Before I get into the topic, all right, I think I posted this. And I just was comparing the way the girls dressed then, how the girls dress now. It took Gen Z to come on there and say, oh, 90s is for the streets. I see colorism in this, because the girls that's in the first, on the pic on the left, fair skin, and the girls that's on the pic on the right have a little bit more color. That's nowhere where it was going. It was just showing the difference in how women were more conservative and didn't show as much. And, you know, we wasn't saying they wasn't freaks, because shit, all of them had freaks. In the 80s, they were saying the freaks come out at night. So freaks was everywhere. It wasn't about being freaky. It wasn't about being wild. The 80s and 90s hid the freakiness better. If you wasn't in the bedroom and if didn't nobody come out the bedroom telling it, you didn't know. Today, you know. You know what I'm saying? You can look and tell. And today, they're easier to be approached. Anybody walk up to the girls on the right and be like, hey, what's that? And what up? What we getting into? You got a blunt? What you sipping on? Blah, blah. The girls are in the 90s, you had to kind of look at them. Guys was kind of intimidated to go up to them and say something. So that's the difference. That was the point I was making. The difference in the generations and how the style of dress is basically what it was on. It had nothing to do with colorism. I see colorism in this. It had nothing to do with that. Look at how they dress on the right side. Look at how they dress on the left. It's just a totally different dress because they had different role models, different celebrities, different TV shows, and you dress according to your era. That's where you got your swag from, the era you came from. But the 80s and 90s were more classic times. That's why every time you look up, they're throwing an 80s party, definitely the 80s party, and then you'll see a 90s party, or they'll combine them, 80s and 90s party. You never hardly see a early 2000 party. You know, even though I'll play some of the music from the early 2000s, but I'm mostly DJing throwback 80s parties. You know what I'm saying? Every blue moon, somebody hit me up for a 70s, but definitely the 80s rocked, and then the 90s was the last of the rocking. And now we have what we have here. You know what I'm saying? So just speaking on that, you know what I'm saying? Just boy, Gen Z. I'm gonna say Gen, it ain't, yeah. They are Waka Flocka. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. Now, it was brought to my attention. One of my the co-hosts had brought up the thing about the cheating. And you know, can they be forgiven? You know what I'm saying? Can a cheat, can a known cheater change? And once a cheat, always a cheat. Let me see what's the topic. Hold on a moment. Okay. They say once a cheater, always a cheater. Is that true or false? Okay. Is that true or is that false? That's the question. To be or not to be, that is the question. Okay. Now, I got a lot of mixed views. A lot of mixed views on that topic. But majority of them say is that you can change. And I'm not just say happy wife, happy life is destroying the black families. Yes, it's destroying all the families, not just the black families. They say happy wife, happy life is destroying many marriages. It should be happy spouse, happy house because of a good marriage, because a good marriage consists of two happy people. I preach that all the time. So shout out to my boy Anthony Black for posting that. But yes, that's my preach when I talk with anybody. That happy wife, happy life crap. I'm like, nah, that ain't how that works. It's happy spouse, happy house. You know, so both people have to be happy. And that throws back on what we talked about last week about men staying in unhappy relationships. And it was brought up that a lot of reasons that men do that is they feel like they don't supposed to be happy in a relationship anyway. They just supposed to be providers and making everybody in the household happy. And I said, no, I refuse to live like that. That's not something I'm gonna partake in. I have to be comfortable and happy where I lay my head. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, that's just me. Alrighty, and but yeah, that's the topic. I'd like to welcome Austin to the stage. What's up, Austin? What you got going?
What's going on, sir?
Hey man, happy spouse. I mean, happy wife, happy life. What you think?
No, I go with what you said earlier. Happy spouse, happy house.
Oh shit! What? He agreeing with the blackness? No, it's supposed to be anti-black. What's up, Dom? I'm feeling weird now. Y'all
Well,
supposed to go against everything I say.
I don't know why you feel like that, since we mostly have the same feelings about just about everything. So
Yeah, I just figured this happy
yeah,
house, happy wife, happy life, man. That's what they've been preaching. They wanted us to fall into that a long time ago.
yeah, of course.
But I just feel like everybody need to be. If it's gonna be any kind of happiness, everybody need to be happy.
Well, I mean, there's no way that you can have a happy household without everyone in the house being happy. So
But
one person that's miserable, that makes everything miserable.
But we grew up seeing that. I did, especially. Man, like I said on the last podcast, man go to work, working them 16 hours or more, working to keep the lights on. He wasn't really happy in that relationship, working to keep food on the table. What was it? Florida Evans, them Good Times. That man was so angry so much on them shows, but that's what we saw growing up.
He was angry with the system and his conditions, but he was happy with his house,
His family,
his wife. Yeah, he was happy with his family. So I mean, you can have outside elements. Yeah, you can have outside elements that cause you to be unhappy, but your home life can be happy, or you can be happy in your home life. So
yeah, I feel you. But yeah, so once a cheater, always a cheater. That's like saying once you lie, you're gonna forever lie.
no, I mean, the thing is, I mean, once you lie, then you're a liar, right? But that doesn't mean you have to continue the actions. So you can, just like a murderer. So if you're a convicted murderer, you'll always be a murderer, but you don't have to continue murdering. So you can carry the title, but you don't have to continue the actions. So
Well, the only part that I was looking at with the cheating thing, let me see. She said once a cheater. Let's see what that say. And I have to. Once a cheater will always be a cheater. Yeah, you always be a cheater, but like Austin said, you don't have to always indulge. That don't mean you're gonna always indulge in that act just because you did it one time. But on the cool, from talking to people that I talk to, a lot of different men, women, talk to me about things that's going on in their relationships. And I have to admit that women are more likely to continue cheating than a man will.
well, I mean, that just depends. Just like in any situation, if they're
I'm gonna
still
tell you
not
what.
if they're still not satisfied in that relationship, then they'll still continue to cheat. I was listening to a podcast
Yeah.
today.
Uh-huh.
I was listening to a podcast today. This woman said that she was trying to get back at her husband for cheating, and she slept with 20 dudes in 1 month. And then she told him about it, and they all good now.
Woo. Okay. To each his own. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fool.
But the reason I say that, all right, and you know this from experience. Men, men have always been known to have relations without feelings. You know, we gonna keep it real. Fuck without feelings. You know, that's what men do. A lot of men do. He love his wife. Just like that blues song said, he love his wife, but he crazy about his outside woman. So men can cheat and they'll make sure they lay them boundaries down to that outside woman. This is my wife. You're gonna respect my wife. You know, but that woman, majority of women, we ain't talking about the new age woman that just go out there and just sleep around. Just like you say, that woman that's sleeping with, trying to get back at her husband. Majority of the women cheat with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Getting back at the man. Like you stated when we first started the podcast, they missing something at home, but they know that who they go mess with can't provide what they're getting at home. What's that song? Everything that I'm getting at home. What was that? Sherelle, them, but things I miss at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. It's real. But the woman that's not a thought, the woman that's not out there hoeing, the woman that's not out there just sleeping around for whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you had a woman that wasn't out there like that, if she decides to cheat, she liked that guy. She liked him.
Man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say now.
She gonna have some type of feeling. She may not. It just ain't gonna be no stranger. Men, we can be at a party, meet somebody that meets whatever physically that you like, and you guys can have a couple drinks and then leave, go do that, and then you go wash up, you go back home, and you loving your wife, y'all go to Barbados. It's no big thing. Then the woman call you, you mad. Why the hell you calling me? Men can do that. If that woman not used to being loose and out there in the streets, and she's a faithful, wholesome woman, and she decides to mess around with another guy, 8 times out of 10, she likes him in some shape, form, or fashion, whether he fits her physically. She kind of like she got into him. She's conversating with him. She's getting to know him. They're getting to know each other before the act. We don't have to do that.
Well, that's an oxymoron, because if she does that, then she's no longer whatever you said, faithful, good, loyal.
Yeah, right. So. But I'm saying, in order for her to do that, though, if she was known for not being that, and she messes with somebody, and then, like I say, you know this, if we speak from experience, you have seen women who were faithful to their men, and you knew they were faithful. You see that little crack in their relationship. You become that shoulder to cry on, which eventually turned to a penis to lie on. But you got in her head. I can't believe he doing this. He doing that. So she got close to you. She felt comfortable around you. She liked you. How many times have you been talking to a female and you just having general conversation? She's supposed to be in love with a man. You see him at different functions, and you and her get to talking, and then she say, "I wish my man was more like you." I wish my man was more like you.
There have been a lot of occasions like that.
Exactly. Why he can't be more fun like you? Why he can't be understanding? Like, see, my man, if he would just be a third of of how you talk, you seem like you're a pretty cool person. I know you get that all the time. Do you say, yeah, we throw up? Yeah, my wife says that all the time too, to let them see that you're committed to your relationship. But the fact that she felt comfortable to say that, and then it's this guy that I was real cool with, man. I DJ'd all their family reunions. I DJ'd his wedding and all that. And we were at the club one night, and I was DJing. And, you know, I'd be clowning on the mic. And then when I got off the mic and let the other DJ, and I was just standing around clowning. And his girl messed up and said, I wish he could be more like you. Why you can't be more like DJ Black? And, you know, that dude turned on me, bro. I'm talking about, I used to go drive and pick him up, take him to the club with me. You know, we were cool. It was like he was turning into like a person that I felt like I could hang with. But when his girl messed up at the club and said, asked him why he can't be more like DJ Black, that messed everything up. And to this day, you know, we dap each other down, but that connection's not there. We ain't cool. And when I tell you I used to DJ the family reunions, like I said, I did the wedding, anything he had, I was his dude. And he turned on me. So
yeah,
it's a gift.
That's what happened.
And they ended up getting a divorce. They're no longer together.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm quite sure that you've used that line the same as I've used that line, girl. You know, if it was like you, then, you know, blah 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 blah, and then there it goes, you know. So that kind of works both ways.
But that woman, a lot of times that woman have to kind of like you. Yeah, she just don't walk up to strangers. A lot of them, the women who carry themselves a certain way, who value who they are.
Yeah,
they don't just walk up to a random stranger. You back then. I'm saying right now it's a sexual revolution.
Yeah,
you go and gap them legs and do whatever the hell you want now.
Depending on, so speaking in now times, you know, if you find a good woman that you know, their dudes probably end up dogging them out, probably this and that, and not paying them any attention, out doing his thing. And then if they see something in you, and then they're gonna make that comment, man, you know, my dude out here doing this. I mean, I've had women that I never really talked to, never really dealt with, just like, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, why you pick me out of all people? I don't even know you like that. But
because you look quiet.
They'll come up.
You don't have a lot of friends.
I guess so. They'll come up. They'll confide and say this, that, and whatnot. Just spill out their whole life and like, what do you think? Then I give them my point of view, and they be like, man, you know, if my husband or my boyfriend was just so thoughtful like you are, and you know, you seem like you're really attentive, and you know, those type of things. So it's just something that they're missing or not seeing in the person that they're with.
But the fact that a woman is more move with their emotions. Men are, a lot of real men, I guess, men move emotionless. So now you got a lot of sensitive brothers out there now. So I'm talking about the brothers that, you know, Gen X and early Gen Ys. They wasn't as sensitive as the guys that's out here now. Like, it was a video where I think I sent it to y'all, where they was doing that would she cheat, the test to see how your girl will act when you're not around. They'll have her in a room with a camera, and they'll send a random person in there, and they'll flirt with her and see how she acts. And this guy was like, she was all on his friend and all that, and he still was mad at the friends for doing the show. They was like, y'all set me up, and he still wanted to be with her. She just dissed him, clowned him, and he still was running behind her. We got a lot of weak guys, you know, weak guys coming up.
This one lady described her dude tender dick. He a tender dick fella.
Yeah. And a lot of guys like that. You know, they fall in love with what they can get. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they get a little cat, they in love. But yeah, it's just if a woman actually step out, oh shit. Women are easier to forgive that man. A lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
A lot of them.
A lot of them are. I've
But
heard that.
but it's harder for that man to forgive that woman. And that's why I say men, and we said we was gonna always talk about it, but men, we can dish, but we not quick to accept. And I think go ahead.
Because men, they tend to become possessive of that woman. Be like, like I think I sent you a video where the guy was talking about, this is mine. This is mine right here. This is mine. Or maybe you played it last week. One of the two.
Last week.
Yeah,
that's all he kept saying. But you understood that. I really didn't. But now that you breaking it down, because I was like, that dude crazy. I said he was crazy, but now that you breaking it down, because we didn't elaborate on the video, we just watched it.
Right.
So the possessive. This is mine.
Yeah. Okay. So when someone else, that's like somebody breaking in your home, stealing your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You feel violated. So if another man is running up in your woman and running up in either hole, mouth, puss, vagina, whatever you want.
Well, they say it ain't fucking if you sucking. We said that. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. But last time I heard,
and eating ain't cheating. We said that. We going back and eating ain't cheating.
Yeah, and I heard you can get vagina warts around your mouth too. So something happened. So anyway, you can catch what is it called, a TDI now? Anyway, you can catch a TDI now. I think that goes along with sexually cheating.
What's the T stand for now?
Sexually transmitted infections, I think they call it now.
Okay.
They used to call it a STD. But
sexually transmitted disease. Now it's an infection.
Yeah. But so when and men are really visual. So at least I know that I am. So if my girl cheated, then I'm going to always imagine in whatever face she make, whatever sound she make, whatever move she make, she arch her back this way versus this way. Then I'm like, man, that nigga, man, I would have to. I don't even think I would be able to
get an erection no more.
I don't think I'd be able to feel her like that enough to want her sexually. So yeah, so I couldn't do that relationship.
Yeah, we both agreed on that. That's a no-go.
But you'll be surprised how many women that is not a deal breaker for. They like, you can cheat on me once or twice, but don't lie to me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, lie to me, don't cheat on me. I'd rather you lie to me.
If you say that, you need to kind of watch it, because she probably gonna slip off and do her thing every now and then too.
I don't know. Some people just don't. So a number of women just don't.
Yeah,
don't worry about that, because
a lot of them was taught, let that man be a man. A man gonna be a man. Long as he coming home and the money is with her.
But, I mean, shoot, some of the men ain't even making the money. You know what I'm saying? And the women still accepting them that way. So I don't know. It still doesn't make sense to me, but everybody has their deal breakers, and I guess for a number of women, that's just not one of them.
Yeah, cheating, women forgive cheating way more than men forgive it. But this is why I say women, when they cheat, it's like they have to. A lot of them have to have an emotional attachment And this is what she was saying. Peep this.
Most women do not cheat flippantly. They don't. It's not like they have interactions with someone. They get emotionally connected to someone first, and then they cheat. It's different. It's different for men and women. A guy can have no emotional connection to someone, and I'm not condoning cheating. Let me say that again. But a guy can have no emotional connection to someone and go out and sleep with them and have it be purely physical. And that probably is 9 out of 10 times how that's going to happen, if the cheating is going to happen. Women don't behave that way. They cheat for a reason. They cheat with purpose. They cheat because they're not getting something at home. Tenderness, attention, affection, romance. It's an emotionally driven cheat.
And I know quite a few women that cheated because of that. And then you be like,
age group.
You got a good man at home. And so we say, you know, when we say good man, he's working hard, he's keeping the lights on, you guys are not starving, he's taking care of kids that's not his. And then yet you out here messing over that man.
Well, you know, I'm thinking that has to be at a certain age group, because I know a lot of women out here just fucking and be fucking. They feel like they can just do whatever they want to do.
I mean, yeah, but like you say, what generation are you talking about?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, on this platform, we have to speak to all different the different generations, because I mean, yeah, we can't lump everyone in, because we do have, you know, when you do have the age difference or the generational difference, then they are going to behave differently. You know, so, but you have women out here in their 30s, 40s that are still like, hey, I got me a roster, and I'm gonna just keep flipping them. I'm gonna keep flipping them till I get tired of flipping them.
I mean, that's cool, because they're not cheating because they have a roster. We talking about people in committed relationships, 2 to 3 years, living together,
and that's what
engaged,
I'm talking about.
married, children.
You have women that are in committed relationships
with a roster,
and not a Rastafari, a roster. They doing the same thing that they would be doing as if they were single.
But okay, so I don't get it. So I guess, but a lot of the guys, I guess, the ones who allow that, what is it? Self-esteem issues?
You know, that's hard for me to answer, because, you know, I can't fathom me being in a situation like that. I got mad because this girl that I was cheating with, I mean, she was married, and then she told me that she was out at the club one night, and this dude had been trying to get at her for a while, and she let him eat her. I was like, all right, well, we good. She's like, what you mean? I was like, we good. I'm done. And that was that. So,
but I think there's always a case of that where, you know, they're in a relationship and you're cheating with them, and well, she's cheating on her man, and then you get mad because she's sleeping with her husband, her living. You mad? You better not get it.
You know, you with that, you know, you play that role. You slept with him. You slept with your husband last night. Oh, I guess you finna pull double duty today, huh? You know.
Yeah, but it's different when you made her your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she messed with somebody else.
Yeah.
Besides her husband. You cool with the husband. She can mess with him all day long, whenever you want something, it's good.
Yeah.
But when she step out and mess with somebody else, that's a wrap. She cheated on you then. Yeah. She cheated on both of y'all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what was that song? Hey, dang, I forgot that song.
Your husband cheating on us.
On us, yeah. So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it is different.
and it's totally different. And that's why I feel so sorry. And you saw how ignorant and nonchalant and crazy Gen Z is. But they're growing up in a totally different time. They can't have trust issues. They can't have this is mine because you have social media and everybody belongs to everybody.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. Everybody belongs to everybody, but everybody's able to see what
Yeah,
what's supposed to be meant for you, right? You
yeah,
know, you you have a lot of women out there, and I guess a lot of men too. But in my algorithm, all I see is women
hmm
uh, that are scantily dressed or barely dressed or not dressed at all or whatever. So, and then if those women are dating someone, you know what I'm saying? Then this dude doesn't care, right? They don't
he
care
can't do
because she's making some in some cases making money off of these photos, but then the ones that aren't making money off of it, they just out there showing their stuff, right?
Yeah,
Then so how do you feel about that? What do you feel about that? And should you be jealous? And is that a form of cheating with, you know,
and that's gonna be another
social
topic
media?
because, but I'm gonna touch on it. But that's that we need to have a full blown topic on that because they don't get it. They don't get it. The women do not get it. The man is insecure because the girl over there in the blue with the pink panties and the butt. Okay. The thing is this the deal. Let's just say relationships or work. Let's just say y'all went through a day of a week of the downside. You wear that. Okay. The guy the guy that you say you would be with if you wasn't in your relationship. We all, you have those people where if I wasn't married, you're in trouble. You'll be in trouble. Or I'll be on you. If I'm boy, you better be glad I'm in a relationship. See you next lifetime type shit. Erykah Badu. Okay. You going through that. Y'all done said the hell with you, hell with you. She put on in what we used to call the fuck 'em dress. So she throw on the little, I'm finna show my curves and show my butt. And then the guy who she thinks cute that she would be with if she wasn't in her situation, pay her some mind because she half-ass dressed. They exchange numbers and whoop, there it is. That's the problem with showing what you could be getting, what you getting in the bedroom. The new breed women don't understand that.
Well, I mean, it's. I don't think it's that they don't understand it. I think that
I think they don't understand because they're saying you insecure. So
well
I don't think
because
they understand. I
because
really don't.
they're saying that this is the culture right now. Everyone's doing it, and I'm a part of that everyone. So this is how we dress. So if they're saying that that's how they dress, then they can't see anything wrong with it because no one else sees that there is anything wrong with it.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
acceptable.
okay, right, okay. But then they want to get mad. Okay, that's why I say rep your generation when I posted that. Rep your generation. So I wasn't knocking the new trend because they didn't witness or experience what I did, what you did, what we did in our era, our generation of growing up. So when I see these women, those who we saw, And we stood up there at the door. We got in our little corner and we looked to see who was gonna say who was gonna say what to who. And sometimes you and I'd be like, nah, I seen her first. That's what we looked at. And it wasn't, I see colorism. It wasn't about colorism. It just so happened that I'm displaying the clothing and how natural they look. Not a lot of makeup, not no eyelashes, touching they forehead, looking like mini paintbrushes on them. Not no war paint all over their face and stuff. Not no weave hanging down to their ass. Those were more natural women. And like Robin was saying, if that's what you like, go get what you like. And that's what I did. I don't want to clown. If I want to clown, I hang around the circus, I'll join it. I like a more natural woman that's not showing everything compared to clown. That's circus to me. It's nothing wrong with it because they're in that era. That's their generation. But when you came from a pure generation, and then you look at the now generation, you just learn to kind of appreciate the ones who came from that era, Gen X,
but
early Y, tend to appreciate that naturalness.
So in today's society, then a lot of people would prefer the other picture that you showed with the girl in that picture, because they'll be like, they seem more approachable, they seem more down to earth, they seem like,
I can turn up. We can have fun with them.
Right. So they may go after that type, and the other type may look boring to them, but that's what we prefer. I don't. So
what we say, they looking like, okay, which one we looking like? Looking behind each other, like which one she looking at? Man, she looking at me now. She looking at you now. She looking at me.
Then we just go over there. Hey,
look, or
you just go over there and talk to the group and see which one shake out.
Or the classic. Well, you know what our classic one was, don't you?
We had so many of them. So what was
the classic one? Was tap them on the shoulder
and jump back.
Tell them the other one take off running and you left standing there, and so you got to say something to her. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, those were our younger.
You know what I'm saying? Those were the days, but now. It's hard. I really feel sorry for the single brothers out there, man. And you hear how bitter George be when he on here, man. And then you saw how bitter the other co-host was before George came on here. And they remind me so much of each other. But George went through a bad experience at a young age, and women he loved his black women, but trying to date out here and he's dealing with what he see is just different. Now not all love them dressed like that, and then that just may be the club attire. You get what I'm saying? And like I say, those little heifers were sneaky too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They just knew how to hide it. Certain guys brought the freak out of them. They just wasn't advertising. I'm freaky. Say something to me. Let's go. Let's get high. Let's do this. They wasn't advertising that. But it wasn't nothing to get a little, hang out with them, give them a little something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Do the Bill Cosby Spanish Fly, whatever. But you didn't know they was freaky. So like I said, that's going to be a total topic, all to itself, because the Gen Z was mad. Oh, them girls was for the streets. We seen y'all at Freaknik. We seen them at Freaknik. Every crew gonna have their every generation got its freaks. And then it's a time and a place for it. So at Freaknik, if they're dressed in bikinis and Daisy Dukes, because Daisy Dukes was out. Look at it, and they had a song. Look at them girls with Daisy Dukes on. And if they wanted to, I think the 90s created twerking. It wasn't called twerking to the 2000s, but hell, they had ass up in the air humping back in the Daisy Duke days. Look at that donkey butt and them big old legs. That been out. The percolator. That been out. So we not saying that the post wasn't saying who was freaky. The post was just saying that the women back then were more, they carried themselves in a different way. They might be the biggest hole on the block, but if I didn't live on that block, I didn't know. I had to kind of ask around, like we used to. Hey man, I'm talking to such and such, and then they say, "Oh man, my cousin, my da." Then we like, "Damn, we ain't know that." But these days, it don't care. I'm a hoe. I'm doing what I do. Y'all did it, so it is what it is. So that's the difference in those generations. And like I say, I want us to talk about that in detail. Just make a whole podcast about that. Now back to the topic at hand, because I can go real deep on that one. But back to the topic at hand. Let's see. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Okay. I'm gonna let you see what they said about it. Hold on. Even though men, I'm gonna say straight out the dry, I just feel like men can change better because our feelings are not in it. You can be messing with Sheila for 5 or 6 years. The minute your main girl, the wife, or whoever get mad and say, "Or you better not call her no more," you'll cut Sheila off like you never knew her.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: is the greed sets in. The greed sets in, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna cut her off, but I'm going to get the other one. I'm going to get this next one."
Okay, so that means he's really missing something at that house with.
Nah, not necessarily.
Dude, well, why would you keep going out?
Because it's the hunt, the conquer. Black, we
didn't done that though.
That's what I'm saying.
We've been hunting, conquering with
some people can't give it up.
A 90 to 100 ratio since we've been in the dating game.
But some people can't give it up. Some people still feel like that's the thing.
Well, I thought okay. I've been so long in my current, I lost what you were saying because that was me. And you used to preach to me all the time. When you gonna get over that? My partner used to say, when you gonna grow out of it? You see, I gotta get, so yeah, I can see where you can fall into that. But like Steve Harvey said, and I know y'all don't like Steve Harvey, but he said some things that he caught me off guard, and he said 1 or 2 things that made me like, I get what he's saying. The main thing that Steve Harvey said, because I when he, the think like a man stuff, I wasn't really feeling that. Like talking about, because I felt like he was giving women too much game. That's just coming from my personal perspective. But I was riding home one day. I had dropped off the little brother-in-law, dropped him off at work at like 5 in the morning, 4 something in the morning. I'm driving home at 5 a.m. in the morning. And the thing that moved me that Steve Harvey said and had me kind of seeing him in a different light than the simp that the world see him at is when he said, it's not what you think when you're in a committed relationship or when you're married. It's not what you think. And I was a firm believer of get over it. I didn't do nothing. You shouldn't be mad about that. Why is that bothering you? That's nothing. But Steve Harvey said, if it bothers her, then that's enough said. You need to stop it. If it bothers her, it's a problem. If it's a problem to her, it's a problem. whether I think it's a problem or not. If it bothers your mate, the person you're growing with, you're in love with, if it's bothering them, then it's a problem, whether I believe it is or not. And I was like, damn. And all these years I've been arguing, man, she just tripping. Fuck, if you want to be mad, be mad. You know, that's just you. You know, I don't get it. You just look for something to be mad about. That was me. But when I heard him say that, like I say, it's 5 a.m, you driving home, it's cold outside, you got the heat on, the radio on, I'm listening to his show. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And then my language changed, my thought process changed, because I was able to, when she come to me with an issue, in my head, I'm like, that's bullshit. That ain't nothing for you to be mad about. Why in the hell you coming to me with this shit? All I did was this, all I said was that. But it bothered her. And so that got me right there. So I was like, okay. So when he came out with this one, and this made a lot of sense, because as you know, you used to preach to me all the time, man, when you grow out of that, you need to find you somebody and da 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 da. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. But Pete, when he said,
cheater always a cheater, Steve?
No,
okay.
Because men grow up and men change. You can make mistakes and grow from it and learn from it. Every time a man cheats doesn't mean you have to give him another chance either. All men can change, but there is only one woman we will change for. There is only one.
And I felt him on that, because I thought I would never change. Like I say, my mind was set up. I was gonna be single. I was gonna have me a shotgun. I was gonna get me a house, a nice house with a big porch on it. Out with a whole bunch of land. I was gonna get me a dog named Blue, and he probably was gonna be a Callahoola or some type of Labrador sitting on the porch. I'll shoot a bird every now and then, let him go out there and get him. I wasn't looking to be with a person. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna chill and just do me and lounge, have me a roster, probably 3. And they have their days and they all respect each other. One of them I'm talking to, the other one show up. She know, oh, okay, she pulling up, you gotta go, I'll see you Thursday. You know, it was gonna be a roster, and everybody respect what's going on. Especially today, because women sleep with who they want to sleep with. Is a shortage of men. So shit, the straight man winning all goddamn day. He got about 15 women to one goddamn man. The married men now have four extra women to his wife. So, I was chilling. I thought I was gonna be chilling. But like they say, sometimes it take that one woman, like Steve said. So I kind of believe what he said on that. A man can do that.
And I agree with that, because I used to try to be in a relationship to keep myself from continuing to mess around and mess with all these different women. I used to pray, God, take this taste out of my mouth for all these other women. And it just never happened until this relationship. Mm-hmm. And and it's sad to say, the person that I'm with today is the only person, even when we first dated to even now, is the only person that I never messed around on. She's the only one.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, so it's always that one person.
But the only problem with that, every blue moon, is when you're so used to doing what you do and what you did, and sometimes it just seems too real. You get what I'm saying? Like, this can't be real. You know what I'm saying? And like on that song, you need to watch a girl like you watch your male. Tila. The guy started bragging on this woman, and his friends came over to the house, and y'all need to get that song. Need to watch a girl like you watch your male by Tila. But the skit was, the guy came in, he had his friends, he bragging on how he living. man, how many square feet, man? We got this, I don't be counting square feet and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and my girl, you know, he bragging on her. And then he said, all right, man, I'm finna go up here and, you know, holler at her, I'll be back. So the guy's downstairs, he go up there, and she in the room giving fellatio to another guy. And he was like, what's going on? You know, oh shit, what you doing? You sucking another, you know. And then the narrator of the skit come on and say, just when you get through hyping up and bragging on your bed, she in there sucking another nigga, you know. And you know, so I used to see guys bragging on their women, and then I'm knowing I done mess with them. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like you say, we dated karma. So we ain't really worrying about it now. You get what I'm saying?
Now, now here's the thing. So
Yeah.
if you have been a cheater, right?
Mhm.
And you're still always, it may not always be in the forefront of your mind, but
There you
at
go.
some
That's what I'm
point
saying.
it's there sometimes. You're like, man, jeez, you know, and then when you do like a lot of bragging on your girl, and then you know that type of scenario pop up in your head, you know, I'm out here, you know, posting my girl on for the world to see, and then all of a sudden your post stop because she done did something that she wasn't supposed to do. Now she's not that on that pedestal anymore. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it's all back of your head, and always in the back of your head, like, shoot, you know, I was messing with this chick, and she was married, and she was able to keep it on the low, you know, and her husband, you know, he was probably in the pulpit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's always in the back. It's always in the back of
Okay.
your head at some point that comes up. Like, man, I hope not.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you have to prepare yourself. Now, the exception to the cheating rule, there is an exception. Okay. If you're emotionally checked out, mentally checked out, but you guys are living together, I don't feel like that's 100% cheating, especially, like I say, in my situation, I let them know up front we were living together, and I was like, we ain't having no more sex. You do you, because I'm finna do me. And we just gonna respect the house until one of us decide to move out the house. And you get the house or I get the house, whoever, till we decide to what we gonna do with the house. Just respect the house. That person come pick you up and pull in the driveway, bump. You go on outside, get in the car, y'all go off, do the hotel, do you all night, and I'm gonna do me. Now, that's not necessarily cheating. Or let's just say man and woman living together, and it's established that it's over. But until one or the other finds somewhere to go or stay, they got a child together, and then you and her seeing each other, and every now and then he may get jealous, but they not together. They just living together. The relationship is what we used to say, living on life support. The relationship is over, and you and her seeing each other. That's not really considered cheating either. It's if she's saying she love him and telling you, and saying she love him and still coming over there sleeping with you, or vice versa. He telling his wife he love her, or his girl he love her, and then he come over there messing with you and telling you he love you too. That's cheating. But if you done checked out emotionally and checked out mentally, I don't feel like that's cheating. And they in the same house.
So if you've come to a mutual agreement and understanding, then
Right.
no, that's not cheating. But
Mhm.
if you're still living under the false pretense where deception is involved, even though you saying, hey, no one wants to be the first to say goodbye, if y'all
Mhm.
singing that song and you all haven't had that conversation, then that,
It's
and
cheating.
you all still maintain that you're in a relationship, then yeah,
Right.
that's cheating. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
best thing to do is go ahead and let it go. Say goodbye.
And that's why I made it my business. And for those who was involved, I made it my business not to seriously date anyone who was cheating with with whoever their significant others would be. I wasn't gonna wife them. We'll hang out, we'll have fun, we'll date, we'll go out to eat, we'll catch a movie. So we'll play boyfriend, girlfriend. But you're not gonna be if you and him break up, I wasn't gonna make them exclusive
No,
because
no, no. You can't do that. Now, if you have someone that has cheated before, right? But they didn't cheat with you. They may have cheated on someone else, and that was disclosed during your discovery phase. You know, then um, then all right, cool. I don't have a problem with that. But we have this understanding that I will suspect things if something's out of order. You know, if I see something that's not that's not in the norm that you do
Mhm.
outside of your normal character actions, reactions, then I'll be like, I raise an eyebrow. I'm not gonna necessarily uh put it on you that you're doing something, but I'm be like, hey, I'm watching and I noticed this changed or that changed, you know. So what's going on? So I'm gonna have a conversation with you.
But let me ask you this though. In that situation though, making them your person, will you every now and then have those issues, trust issues come up because of how you got
Well,
them? Because I,
yeah. If you've cheated with someone, if you've cheated with someone, and then you all end up in a relationship, then you have to wonder if something's going on like that. You do develop some small traits of trust issues or concerns. But I had a friend, and her sister and this dude was cheating together, and they ended up getting married, and they were the happiest couple ever. And it well, from what I saw, it appeared real. But but yeah, they didn't have any issues or concerns as it relates to either one of them cheating at that point anymore. So I guess different strokes for different folks.
different strokes,
But
different folks. Because I know a lady personally who was married and left her husband for the dude she was messing with. And then the guy she was messing with started noticing the things that she was doing to sneak with him, she was doing to him.
right,
To sneak with him, with her husband, he started noticing she was doing the same thing to him, not answering the phone, same excuses that she was using with the husband that he was laughing about, using him. So then I started seeing, like we say, the karma thing, but then it turns into the saying, it's the same way you got them, it's the same way you're gonna lose them, because they ended up breaking up because he started snooping around trying to catch her cheating, and I think she was probably seeing somebody else, you know what I'm saying, on the job. And but his trust issues ate him up because he knew what he was doing with her behind her husband back. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I mean, it started out good, but those trust issues started eating that dude up, especially when she ended up taking a job out of town. And man, that dude was losing his mind. He quit one of his jobs trying to run up behind her to where she was on her job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that trust issues kick your ass when you know how you got that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just say I didn't want the headache. And so, especially when they was doing it so smooth. I'll be right back. I'm finna go over here with my friend. And they call a friend and say, hey, if John called you, tell him don't answer your phone. Tell him that I left with Wendy going to the store and I'll be right back, and all that. And I'm like driving to the hotel and I hear her on the phone saying that. And so that's what took me so long to find, I guess, what you call, quote unquote, the person, because I witnessed all that, bro. And like be it Tommaso would say, do it right. I'd rather us mess over him than you mess over me. So I just didn't get in no relationship seriously, man. It's just, it was just too much. It was too much.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way. What up, Anthony? But yeah, there's no way that I am going to be in a relationship with somebody that I cheated with. I just can't do it.
Yeah, AD, what's happening with you? Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. You've been supposed to been gone away from there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know what you need to do. Stack your paper and get that girl out of there. Even if you go to Dallas, where everybody else at, or go to Houston. Hell, shit, you can go to Northern Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. You a hustler. Do your thing.
Yeah.
That's all we need. They don't watch us till the day after. Our audience is a more they going to work in the morning.
Yeah, but like I said, any signs of issues, problems, and concerns when it relates to that,
Yeah,
then, I'm good on you. I'm good. I don't want to even think about, if I have to think about it constantly, if I have to go through your stuff, if I have to try to watch you 24/7,
it ain't working now.
I don't need you. No, I don't need you. I don't
Setting
want
up
that
the
type of
traps.
relationship.
And a lot of men like us, if you do suspect something, a lot of times we shut down because we know we have options. But on the same note, you got to get out of that shutting down and start letting them know what's going on. You suspect what's going on. But if you have to do that, that shouldn't be something you need to be in.
Yeah. And
AD said his kids will be grown soon, then he out. Yeah, because I stayed there for the kids also, for my son, because the teachers and things were my classmates, so they knew me. So they made sure he was straight. And then when he got of age, I got out of there. So I feel what you're doing, AD. But yeah, it's
you got to pay child support.
Staying in there, right? But yeah, staying in that relationship with those insecurities, those trust issues, it's not really worth it. And like I say, men, we often shut down. You'll see something, you'll see a text, you'll see something that looks suspicious, and a lot of times we don't say nothing because you want to kind of check it to make sure, because you don't want the drama, you accusing me. But at the end of the day, it ain't about all that when you have your person per se. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and y'all have made that commitment. When they're your wife, when they're your wife, I don't care about the argument. They say you're supposed to ask questions. Communication is the key. So we finna communicate. And after we get through communicating, we gonna do some little deliberate, and then we go concentrate, and then decide what the hell we gonna do. Because who wants to be in a relationship where you have to, like you said, worry about who they talking to, where they going, where they with? I don't want to touch your phone. And like
Nope.
baby keeps saying get iPhones and all that. She got an iPhone. Everybody in the house got an iPhone. I mean, I'm team Android. Get the iPhone so we can do the share location thing. All right, man, I'm straight on all that.
Now, I was Android. My wife, when we got married, I got an iPhone. And we share locations. But because there's so much going on in the world these days that we do that for safety purposes. So even like if her car breaks down somewhere and baby, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what this street is. I don't know where this location is. Okay, drop your location and then I can easily find you.
Yeah. She been trying to talk me into getting it, but then I always make jokes like when we ride in the car and she have her phone hooked up to the radio or whatever. And then I'll be like, some bullshit will be on the radio, and I'll be like, man, put that on the tune in station, and I'll go to like the Memphis station or something like that. She'll say, get my phone, you know how to go to that. I'm like, I don't touch no woman's phone. Because I hear, guys be saying that on TikTok, they don't go through their women phone. I don't want to touch it because you could be looking at that phone and the text messages come up from Jimmy or some goddamn bad. But like you say, it depends on who your woman is. But on the same note, I make jokes with her all the time. Like I ain't going through the woman's phone. But
I was just corrected on something. If I'm sharing location, she doesn't have to drop her location. That's absolutely correct. So yeah, I just know where she is. I can locate her in the event that we need to. But and where in past relationships, I mean, she has the passcode to my phone. I had a passcode to her phone. I don't pick up her phone. She doesn't really pick up mine unless she's, baby, let me look at something, whatever. I need the password for this or whatever. Or she need to use it because she's doing something else on her phone. But
nigga, she just wants your goddamn phone to look at TikTok. Yeah.
It whatever it is. In the past, you would get nervous.
I was just gonna say.
You start get that stuff.
I was just gonna say. Do you remember them days where they used to touch your phone and you be like, damn, and then you watching, you looking over their shoulder, and they can't move shit because you looking over their shoulder like, what you do? They like, I know how to get to such a place. I know how to get there. Like, you just push this here to go to. You trying to go? Where you trying to go? You trying to go to Google? You just push this and that. Now I know how to use the phone. You be sitting there like, damn.
Or when you have, your phone connected to your car and the messages come up and you be like, damn.
Dude,
you gonna get that?
When I had my Durango, I put a brand new a radio in there, and I think it was a Pioneer radio in there, and it said connect the phone. I connected the phone, and then that motherfucker said something about it's syncing your contacts. And I was like, and then all the messages that ever when they hit you, the messages come up. Somebody text you, hey, where you at? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I was like, damn, and you trying to take the shit off the radio. Man, that was crazy. And like you say, you get tired of that after a while. You know what I'm saying? It got tiresome. You know what I'm saying? So those, like you say, those were the days. But that kind of got tiresome. It ain't even worth it. It got to where it's not fun anymore per se. That goddamn AD say he be checking. That boy crazy. That boy crazy. That boy, he crazy. Hey, let me see your phone. Hey, at random. Hey, I know guys that do that at random. Hey, let me see your phone right quick. You know,
Mm.
say, oh hell, we got a clan. Oh hell.
What up,
There
boy?
he is.
Hey man, I had hubby duties tonight, man. I had to put the trees and the lights and all that shit up. I
Oh,
forgot.
okay. So you still that what I say they say you are you still that good protector and that provider.
Hey
You ain't
man,
gave that up yet.
Nah, he the honeydew lister. He
hey,
the
but
honeydew.
look here, man. I got it on my own terms this time, though.
That's real. That's real.
It's
That
on
nigga
my
say
terms.
very random. What's up with AD? AD act like he got some little issues going on. What you mean very random? Your baby mama is good. You don't supposed to be looking through no phones, man.
Aunt, man, holler at me, man. We can talk. Call me.
I ain't going through no phone.
Tell Quinn to give you my number. Holler at me.
I ain't going through no phone.
You an OG. You ain't finna go through shit.
I ain't checking no phones. I ain't checking no emails.
I don't do none of that.
None of that.
Do you? Because I know when it's time for me to know, I'm gonna know. I ain't tripping on that, and I'm gonna keep myself. You know, do you? I don't.
It's so bad they got folks checking panties now.
Man, look here. when you get this shit fortified, and you get that, you put that what's that shit that titanium in here, you ain't got to worry about it. Never no more.
Nah,
I don't worry about no woman, man. And
yeah,
nothing
you can't.
she could do to me.
You can't worry about it because when you start worried, like I said, you can't even enjoy your relationship because you worried about everything that she's doing, what that you think she's doing.
And what we learned, Kurt, from that blues song.
It ain't never been yours in the first
place. You can't watch no Pussycat 24 hours a day. Ain't that what that blues song said, Kurt?
There you go. Hey,
you can't do that. And I know guys now. I know a guy now. We talked about it. I think one of the last time he was on here. That nigga got a good job working for the government, post office.
Yeah.
And he can't stay on his goddamn job for trying to run home to see what this damn woman doing on her off day. Man, I would be stacking my goddamn paper. So if I had to say goodbye, see you later. See ya.
Man, I had a partner, man. We used to work at DirecTV together. And he landed a good job with the railroad. Matter of fact, we applied. Me and him got off one night, drove to Kansas City, and applied for Union Pacific. And we both got hired right when Obama got elected. And just soon as Obama went into office, they had a hiring freeze for Union Pacific. So I continued on with
DTV,
with DirecTV, and he went on and got on with another railroad. And him and this lady, man, he started making that paper, man. He was doing so good, man. He was doing so good that his best friend, he had another dude that he was best friends with, and they used to do the couples thing. They were, that dude was married, and he was married. They went to their kids' soccer meetings, all of this stuff. Make a long story short, my boy Fred was traveling a lot. To work for the railroad, he traveled a lot, man. So he had to leave early, and he had to take a test, right? He took the test, and then since he passed the test, he went home. He got home, bro.
Fred was knee deep in it.
On his way home, D, he was texting with his boy. They were gonna play dominoes. You know how you can play dominoes online, right?
Right.
On iPhone, you can play dominoes online. He said, when I get to the house, I'm gonna get on the iPad and we're gonna play dominoes. he got home, man. He got on the iPad. His wife got an iPhone too, but it's her iPad. And she was texting. And everything she was texting
He was
was
seeing.
coming on the iPad while he was playing dominoes with his boy.
Kurt ain't shit. Laughing at his own boy.
Bruh, he saw them pictures popping up, man, and saw who she was texting with, man. And she didn't even know he was in the house. He walked in, man, with the iPad in his hand, and she texting on the phone. And all the things she could say was, "What did you see?"
You ain't got no business looking at my shit no way.
It popped up automatically.
That's your fault.
No.
He ain't had no business looking at that shit no way. When he seen it pop up, he was supposed to close the iPad. That was his fault. But they said, you ain't had no, that's why I told you about going through my shit.
Hey, man, it's paired with her phone, man. The iPad is paired with the phone.
Yeah, that's how a lot of folks got caught up too.
I'm saying, and like Lotus said, I'm gonna go back to what Lotus said. Lotus was like, why cheat when you your own person? Just leave that person. You know what I'm saying? You know what they lacking. The time is a time. Don't play with it. But people don't look at time.
Right.
But when you done lived your life and you know how valuable time is, you don't want no motherfucker playing with it. And I had to learn that because I used to play with a lot of women's time. And then knowing I wasn't going nowhere, knowing I was going to be with who I'm with and doing what I do, I knew it.
But the problem is, man, that was that greed, man.
Like, yeah, that's what he said. I didn't see it as greed, but now that he said it and you just seconded, I guess so.
You know, look, man. So when you get that type of attention, man, when women throwing it at you like that, man, and you gonna, it's a lot of them you're gonna pass up. But every now and then, it's gonna be that one, man, that catch your attention, bro. And you want to sample.
And the thing that got me, Bo Rock, is I didn't talk to women who I knew I liked. Exactly. So that toned me down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I know I like them, or if I know there's a chance that I'm gonna want to be with them, I didn't mess with them. I'm like, nah, I ain't even finna get involved with you. Especially when you trying to slow down and be with one person. I'm like, I ain't even finna go there because we got too much in common. You fit too many of my checks on my list, and I got somebody. So no, we straight.
You know, my thing is in this relationship, in this marriage, I don't care who I talk to, who comes in my face. I don't feel that temptation anymore. I don't know if it's because I've already had all of those experiences and I know what all of that is, and I know what I have, right? So I don't need to test the waters anymore because my water, I already have my common water.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 53.
All of that should be gone.
But you have so many of them out here that still out here. That's what Black and I were talking about earlier. You have some out here that's still doing the same thing, that's still not tired of running around, messing with different women, and just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, because there's such a shortage of man, the ratio of men to women is just absurd now.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't care about that. I don't care how many other women out there. When I was at Grambling, I think that year it was 20-1.
Yeah.
And that was the time for me to have my fun. When I was in the military, that was my time for me to have my fun.
But see, you value quality over quantity now, too.
True.
You don't need, man, listen, if you invest, one of the things I learned, all of that energy I was investing in outside women, if I invest that type of focus and energy at home, bro, that newness that I
You
was
try to
always,
still be married.
that I was making them feel and all of that. Well, I doubt if I'd still been married to my first wife. I had a broken wife, man. I mean, when you got a broken person, man, it's hard. I'm not a mental health specialist. And when you got somebody that's broken, man, and got a lot of baggage, D, you can't fix them. You know that.
Yeah. That's
D,
true.
you know that.
That's true. So you can be the best man ever. You can do everything that you're
You can be
supposed
the
to
most
do as a
patient.
husband.
You can be
But
the best husband. You can be the best lover. You can make the most money. But if she broken, I don't give a damn what you do. You can't pick her up. You can
yeah,
pick her up. You can pick her up long enough that she enjoys something that you did. But the minute that excitement gone, it's right back to that brokenness.
yep, yep. And you know, so
And
many.
that's hard, man.
Yeah, eh, it is. That's very hard. You can try everything that you can think to try, but if
I
that person is broken and unhealed, and they're not trying to get
get the
that
right
taken
help.
care of or get
Yeah,
fixed, then that relationship will never be whole.
it's doomed. Prove my point. I've moved on. I remarried. I stayed in that relationship 3. That was more like my rebound marriage. And then I've been with my last partner for 15 years. My first ex-wife, she still ain't with nobody. 20 years later, it's just been fly by night dudes. Just broken promises. Because right to this day, she still have issues. And part of her issue is not owning up to her own flaws and issues. You know what I'm saying? It's always
Yeah,
somebody else.
yeah,
And that's how they see life.
yep. They're never the issue. Someone else is always the issue.
And
But
so I saw, man, I could never fix. I I was always a person who had a lot of energy, man. Even when I worked a lot of hours, I come home, hey, how you doing? You okay? What's up? You know, my energy. I was never one of those downridden type of dudes. You know, my energy never was. Oh man, I can't do that. But you come home to that every day, no matter what, man. That shit wears on you, bro.
yeah, I
And
know.
that's what I was saying last week. We was talking about why men stay in unhappy relationships,
Yeah,
and that's what you were experiencing
absolutely.
because you was keeping the lights on, paying the rent, had everything going, but the household just, the chemistry between you and the missus just wasn't there,
Exactly. She would get that temporary fix by going gamble and throwing away all our money, see. And once that high was gone, it was easy to say, well, he ain't never at home. He ain't this. I can't take off because I ain't got no money. How I'm gonna take off and all the money gone? And I got kids that need provision. I got a household that need
Austin,
provision.
what would you have told him to do in that situation? Bills need to be paid. You working 24 hours a day. She complaining, saying you working all the time, but the bills got to be paid, and she's not helping bring in nothing. Like talking, when she get money, it's gambled up, spent on bullshit because she depressed and she need to buy clothes and shoes, or take a trip, or go gambling to satisfy her depression.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't anything that you can really do in that situation except for determine if that's something that you want to stay in. So you have to identify what it is that you're willing to do or willing to continue to take. And like they said, when you get tired, you get tired, and you know when you're tired. So then you have to make the decision if you're going to stay or if you're going to leave, if you're going to try to help her work through this. But a lot of that depends on what that person is doing. If they're willing to get the help to work through it, or even if they're willing to acknowledge that they know that they have an issue and they want to work through it.
No accountability.
So if there's no accountability, again, you have to determine what you can deal with and what you want to live.
You have kids involved, more than one or two. You have children involved. Again, that you feel like they need both of their parents.
It's the same thing. The same question applies. What is it that I can deal with? If I can stay here and I can continue to go through this process until the kids are out the house, or I can stay here, I continue to go through this process until death do us part, or
the strength
I can try to help get some work.
The strength for me was knowing how I grew up in Chicago. I would have walked through hell to make sure that my kids had the proper foundation to become whole people. I did not want them having the type of upbringing that I had. So when the question of divorce came up, I had a newborn, I had a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. And I was willing to stay until those kids, until the foundation. I would have stayed at least another 8 or 10 years. I would have willingly dealt with whatever I had to deal with, just so that I get them on the road that they need to be on. I would have did that because I knew that I was the stronger parent, and during those pivotal years that they needed, when they was gonna need the most guidance, those preteen years and those all of the adolescent, you got to have a leader. All of that when they come, all coming up through there, they need all of that.
And so you would have stayed, but what if she still wanted to see who she wanted to see?
I would have dealt with it. As long as I didn't have to see it, I would have dealt with it, man. Because at the same time, I knew how, like if I needed to get out, I knew how to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had escapism if that's what I needed. There was always going to be an opportunity for me if I just need to say, okay, I need a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because that I work so much, I always had a way that I could make 8 of them hours be something else. You know what I'm saying? But what was important to me is that the development of my kids, because I knew what was going to happen if they didn't have that. And that's exactly what happened. Just what I thought was going to happen.
And
down to the T.
Yeah, and you know, again, you have to make that decision. And all cases don't turn out the way that you're describing. So it just, you have to know, you have to kind of know
your situation.
Know your situation and be able to nourish whatever that situation is and help it to grow whichever way it's gonna grow, right? So if you could take care of your kid outside of the house and still help them to achieve whatever it is that they need to achieve in life, and then that's what you have to do. But you have to know what you're able to handle, what they're able to, and what they're able to handle. And if they're in a bad situation,
if she stays so far away where he can't communicate with the kids the way he wants to,
see that's
way he
where you
needs
so
to.
right when you said that. Has she moved when she came to Texas? Has she moved in the neighboring town for me? Or even the same town for me? That would have been perfect. But it was her arrogance and her defiance to not want me to be right. You know what I'm saying? I'll show him I can make it on my own. I don't need him, yada, yada, yada. It's more men in the world, blah, blah, blah. It's that robs her children of a better upbringing. You understand what I'm saying? Because you'd be surprised. You got women out there, man. They think that you won't get a better life without them. And when they see you come up and they see their life suffer, man, they hate. They get real envious, man. They but they ain't gonna tell you that they hate. But you'll just catch little signs. You catch them saying things and doing things that really don't add up. Because they can't stand to see you winning. See. And it bothered her that my life elevated. It bothered her that I had money, that I was able to get a house, that I was able to achieve things that I wasn't able to achieve with her. See, she would say things to the kids like, oh, I know he could give me more child support. As if
AD, check your inbox.
Huh?
Go ahead, Kirk. AD, check your inbox.
As if the $1,200 a month I was paying already wasn't enough. See, but they got a new car. They got new furniture. They got this.
That's that ghetto shit.
Huh?
That's that ghetto shit. So for her to come from the background she came from, she was ghetto like that.
Yes.
No, that ain't always ghetto. That's just how some women think.
Yeah,
because
stand that shit.
Because I was doing child support and still paying half of whatever, school clothes, this, that, and whatnot, or whatever he needed. But
and I was doing the same thing. See, all of the events, all of the birthdays, all of the school clothes, all of the Six Flags and all of that shit. I paid for all of that shit on top of the child support.
Mm-hmm. And I still got took back 4 times for increase in child support.
That's crazy.
What say, people?
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, DZ.
I hear y'all conversation, but bro, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate because Kinfolk, old school. I don't give a damn what she doing. My wife do the same shit. I ain't going no motherfucking well. They can resent me all they want. They can want me to be wrong. I'm still here. To death do us part. I ain't going no motherfucking way. You shouldn't have made them vows. That shit real. I don't even. And the thing is, I'm an atheist, but I'm gonna take them vows to the grave with me because I meant what the fuck I said. She ain't mean it. She shouldn't have fucking been here. I'm gonna suffer with her. She gonna make my life hell. I'm gonna make her life hell. We gonna burn together. Goddamn it. Ain't no need to run now. Don't run, fam. The most manly thing you can do is sit there and fight for your marriage, even though it's in shambles. It's going. That's the manliest thing, not for the kids, for you, for your soul, for what you got going on. If you thought she was your soulmate at the beginning, rekindle that flame. Figure it out. Don't run.
Hey, sometimes you think that's your soulmate and it's just a ghost. You know what I'm saying?
What I like ghosts too. Shit, I'm not going nowhere.
AD, do you think that you feel like that because you accepted your role in whatever happened?
No, I mean, shit ain't been the way, some shit be the way I want. When we first started off, it was great. Get in the middle, it ain't so great. Later on, you learn to adapt. People change, you gotta change. You gotta think about it. Two separate people, different individuals want to live the rest of their life together. It's gonna be some risks, bro. It's gonna be some disagreements. It's gonna be some shit that you just wouldn't deal with the next motherfucker. But that's why they make you take them vows. Some shit, you don't get when the tough get going, you don't run. You figure how to buckle down. Some people don't leave Florida when a hurricane comes. They just buckle down. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta buckle down, bro.
And then some of them end up dying because
I mean,
they try to buckle down. But I mean, I get what you're saying. And
the devil do his part. That's part of the contract for me to die before I leave this motherfucker.
Here's the thing. So
break down that death.
Yeah,
do you part? Because sometimes death do you part doesn't necessarily mean
a physical
loss of life.
I'm gonna break it down. Okay, I'm 48. My stepdad met my mom when I was 3. They was together 45 motherfucking years. That's what's instilled in me. They shit wasn't always perfect, man. It was a rocket, They made sure they made it work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, Austin.
Don't nobody want to die alone, bro.
Where he knew what he seen, and I'm kind of like that too.
I ain't gonna be,
what
be
a
honest.
good relationship
I got a good wife,
and I'm not gonna settle for anything less than a good relationship.
I got a good wife.
Step parenting looked like. Melvin treated him like he was his son. That's
exactly.
His dad.
Look,
and so he sees step parenting different than the person across the street. The new men saying they'll never take on nobody else's kid.
I basically grew up in that family, so I know. I already know. I already know. How the relationship works.
So that's why I think the way I think, because man, it's been plenty of time. I was like, if I was you, Melvin, I'd be out the motherfucking door. That man stuck through that shit, man. I wasn't even his kid, man. He never wavered. Never got,
You have some people that are like that.
That's what's
you have some people like that. When I was dealing with, with Tiff, you know what I'm saying? I saw all that. And I saw what type of person Melvin was staying in that relationship. And I knew some of the intricate parts of that relationship, stuff that I won't say or repeat, but I knew the ins and outs of that relationship because I was there, hell, almost 24/7 sometimes, right? So
mama was here.
Yeah.
That man loved that woman though. I don't give a damn.
And through anything, he there, bro. You hear me? One thing she did that I demand from my wife is she respected that man. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never seen her disrespect him in public or no shit like that. The man was treated like a man. That's how I look at it. Like, as long as she respected me, they're gonna go through their shit behind closed doors. Some days I get tired of hearing. I just go out in the car and sit down and go to sleep. Fuck that. I sleep outside. I'm not hearing that shit today. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave this yard. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave.
You doing that Denzel in American Gangster. He told that girl, I ain't going nowhere and you ain't either.
You not. You can Fanta, go to sleep and dream you somewhere else, motherfucker, because you ain't leaving.
And my thing, I guess when you find that one, because I feel like that in this relationship now, that if something was to go wrong, then I'm trying to work it out. Now,
I'm gonna be honest with you, James. My wife is listen, bro. 20 years in, I ain't going nowhere. I'd have been left, man. I left 2 years, if I get so I'm so deeply ingrained in this motherfucker. I ain't going nowhere, man. I ain't got nowhere to go. I wouldn't know how to start over.
And that's the reason why a lot of people stay in their relationships. That goes back to what we were saying last week. Yeah.
We married down. I pick a motherfucker with nothing and I give them the world. Women don't do that shit. Women, they marry with conditions. You got to be a provider. You got to be a protector. Man, we pick some women that ain't no kind of nurturers. Can't cook a motherfucking thing. And we're going to stay committed to most of the relationships end because the woman ended, man. Don't run away from that quick.
Well, yes.
Yeah, me and I said that on one of the podcasts, AD.
Absolutely.
We are more content and we more accept everything that kind of comes with it. But
we're
a
more
woman,
romantic.
we
love
feel
for
like
the love.
we're gonna work it out. A man feel
Yeah.
like we just going through this downward spiral and we gonna figure this shit out together. But that woman like, I'm unhappy. I don't want to be in this shit. You
And she
know,
gone.
I could do better.
Well,
I got
I
more
tell you,
Especially,
I tell you what.
especially when we'd have been out there in them streets and we know what's out there.
You hear me?
That now that's the thing.
We
So
know
I've
what's
been
out there.
through so many situations that I know that there isn't anything that's out there for me.
Especially now. And so that's
hey,
another
right
reason
away.
why AD staying grounded to what he have, because he know it ain't shit out there. He seen, he know firsthand who come over there and get something to make themselves feel nice. He know what's out there.
Hey, but I tell you like
bro,
this.
I really know what's out there. But the thing I notice is men really love for love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman, how many times you been with a motherfucker and all you want is a finance and her finances draw up, you run away from it. You never do that shit. Even if you're there for the paper, you stick around as much as you can. You might cheat a little bit, but you ain't left the motherfucker side for the shit she done for you in the past. Women is like, what you done for me today?
Bro, when we love a motherfucker, bro. I mean, when we really love a woman, bro, it's in there, bro.
When that bitch fuck up, she out the door. I don't give a damn. You fuck up, you out the door.
You out the door, nigga. Let you fuck up 100 times.
So look, when you tasting another nigga dick.
Shut up, bitch. Don't try nothing. You gonna get
if you taste
hold on,
another
y'all.
nigga
My
dick.
wife in here listening too hard, talking about some, huh? Nah, bitch, you fuck up if you want to. I'm going to jail. Angola got a spot for me. I got my bags packed. I'm taking my papers in my back pocket. You want crazy?
Yeah, I understand that. So, but I cannot. There's no way that I can stand in a relationship where
not knowing that,
not knowing,
and I know what I did to stay in here, not doing this, not doing that, being faithful.
Yeah,
and then they go
you can't let me
off
know.
and
You gotta
do
have
shit.
enough respect. Well, I'm stupid. You know, I'm dumb to the fact because you let me know it's a problem. But if you
I tell you like
respecting me
this.
enough and hiding it, I ain't looking.
I can be on a cane with a limp dick, and I'm still leaving if I find out she cheated.
Dick don't even work. I don't know. My dick don't work. I'm gonna let it go out there.
You know,
She got to be happy.
Hey, you said they got pills for that? That's what you said.
They got
on the first
pills.
podcast you came on.
They got surgery and all kind of shit. They got toys too.
you know what fuck us up the worst though is when you know what you had to do to get her and the things that you did do for her to keep her, and that nigga she wound up with, he ain't had to go through none of that shit.
None of it.
That nigga got a free pass.
Yeah, he
But
getting
you
the
know
pussy
what?
for free.
It ain't free because all the dirty low down shit she was doing to you, she gonna do to him too. He think it's free until he get deep into it.
Hey, but he don't even care about that. He ain't gonna be with her no way.
He ain't gonna be with her long enough.
Yeah, so she wasn't gonna lose. So fuck it.
He ain't gonna be with her long enough anyway.
About right.
When they leave us, especially if they got some miles on them, they just finna be weekend pussy. That's it.
Yeah.
Research has shown that when being cheated on, men have a tendency to lose trust, distance themselves from a partner, and more often than not, end the relationship. Women, on the other hand, have a tendency to stay committed to a relationship after being cheated on. They also try to figure out reasons for the betrayal, including if they were the cause or the issue. What do you think?
The question?
Then that's what he's saying. Women forgives a little quicker than men. You hear me in Austin saying it ain't no way in North, South, East, or West Side we'll be in a relationship with a woman we know fucked over us. Can't do it.
If I don't know about it,
She can hold that. She can hold that motherfucker's hand. She can hold that motherfucker's hand, and that's a wrap for me. I see their hands when I walk up. They drop hands. That's a wrap. That's over.
Nigga, look, hey, you know how
Dude, you walk up, they do that. That's a wrap.
Hey,
Don't mind
when
with it, well, Dick.
Hey, you know when you at Thanksgiving,
What
you at
else you been
Thanksgiving and
holding?
you praying.
Thanks.
Look, when you at Thanksgiving and you praying, my wife can't hold another nigga hand and pray.
Hey, D, she better not laugh at that nigga joke, huh?
Jay, not even in prayer?
D, she
Not
better
even
not
in
laugh
prayer.
at that nigga joke, huh?
Hell no. Hey, what's funny
Wait,
about that
I
shit?
thought,
Hey, we could be
hold on,
watching
y'all
Wayne,
talking
we
shit
could be
about me
watching that
having
new
all
Wayne
cold.
show, and his son corny as fuck. She laughing
Hold
one of
on.
them motherfucking jokes. I'm looking inside her head like that nigga ain't that motherfucking funny. And you know,
Hey,
Damon
D
Wayne's
Black.
son, borderline
D,
sissy. And you laughing at that shit. That shit ain't funny.
D Black, that nigga said she can't hold nobody's hand in prayer. And y'all talking
Hell
shit about me
no.
having you talking shit about me having
You
passcodes?
better ball her fist up like this. But she got her hand by her side with her fist balled up. When the
Hold
pastor
on.
say, hold somebody's hand and let's pray, she better ball her fist up like that.
Hey, if
I can't look to the phone, but you gonna stop this motherfucker from praying.
Hey, nigga, she better act like she pledged allegiance to the flag.
If she in church and there's a man on one side and there's a man on the left and a woman
Scoot
on the
over.
right, she better turn to her goddamn right, huh?
I like right there. I won't say nothing. I be looking though. I be trying to see how he holding the hand. Bitch, you better have the tip of her fingers.
Nah, she ain't hold nobody. Ain't. She gonna hold mine. We gonna pray like this. We gonna hold each other hand. Shit.
Oh shit.
Dude,
I don't play that, man, because the minute he hold her hand, after he gonna be looking at her different ever since, waiting on that chance to see her at Walmart to say, girl, when you touch my hand, I felt something.
I thought I was
I
crazy.
felt like God put us together when you touch my hand.
Hey,
So if he ever get caught slipping, let me know.
Well, Black, you know, I'm from the streets. If I walk over here and catch him with his back hump, I'ma shoot the motherfucker. And I thought they was stealing some in this motherfucker. I ain't know who the nigga was. It just threw me off. I'm killing everybody in this motherfucker and calling the police.
You know what, y'all? You know what though? Y'all think he just talking shit? But
I'm
that
not
crazy
playing.
motherfucker.
I caught two robbers. That's first. I'm gonna call the police. I got that mother. That's all I'm gonna say, Black. I got that motherfucker. I caught two robbers in my house. Oh shit, that's my wife.
He ain't just talking shit, y'all. Real nigga shit.
Oh shit, that's my wife. I'm gonna start crying instantly.
And the way his blood goes,
I'm trying to see how to beat the case.
He'll beat the case. He'll get out the way.
I'm gonna beat it. Man, look at here. I'm gonna say,
ooh,
we
he was married to her. I didn't know who it was. I just thought he was
in my house.
In my house.
I know my wife wasn't in here fucking. I thought it was somebody else broke it in and got comfortable. Killed both of their ass.
Hey, my wife just got to the point where she can get on her knees and pray to God.
That's too much like talking to another man, ain't it?
She on her knees for another man and just ain't sitting right with you.
Who you talking to?
Man, it's hell out here. And now y'all got this damn social media shit too.
Let me stop.
And that FaceTime and all that shit.
I wrote my master's dissertation at Oxford on infidelity, and I've heard the phrase, once a cheater, always a cheater, quite a few times. In 2017, Kayla Knopp and her colleagues followed 484 people across several surveys and multiple relationships, and found that those who cheated in their first studied relationship had a 45% chance of cheating in their second studied relationship. And this is compared to an 18% chance for those who didn't cheat in their first studied relationship. So it's not exactly once a cheater, always a cheater, right? Like most of the people, even those who had cheated, still didn't cheat in their second relationship. But empirically, it does seem true that those who cheated in their past relationships are much more likely to have an affair in their current relationship than those who've never cheated before.
And that's because they learned how to cheat.
Not just that. Men naturally, just be honest, we naturally want more than one partner, bro. You may have conformed to the system they have here in America, but you go to Africa, this bitch got 12 wives. And you envy this nigga because you understand.
Well, it's for what he could afford. Yeah.
Exactly. And not only that, when it comes to things you need done or even sex, a woman really ain't. All right, they act. There's some hoes out here that they are anomalies. They can do it, but most women ain't finna just take all the pressure you trying to put on her all the time. See, that's why at first we was with that polygamy shit real tight. So you got to understand how a nigga feel about it. Like, I can't kill you out, send you to the hospital, but I'm still feeling something. I ain't going out in the street. You know, a lot of niggas have different wives. Like, if we move to Africa, bro, I have different wives. It'll be the top woman, like my wife. The rest of them be, you know.
I done been in a polygamous relationship.
I stay in one damn. Well, I ain't gonna say stay in one, but I'm with the polygamy shit. Cause, I mean, be honest, man. If it wasn't for not most countries, this ain't even a problem. More than one wife ain't a problem. That's America with they ways and that feminine shit
Okay,
the white
let me
women
ask
brought
you
up.
this. How do you feel? Okay, just like I got a partner of mine who was bragging a while ago. He was dating this girl, and for his birthday, she told him she was gonna give him a threesome, have him bring another female in there with him. And he
The
was
female
all hype.
stole
You know, Kevin Gates was just rapping about messing with double women and all that shit. So then I say, she was setting that nigga up because she wanted to bring another dick in the room. And so he had a problem with that, but he was cool when it was just her bringing another female. But when she wanted to bring another guy in the room, it became a problem. So
See,
a
this
lot
is the
of
reason
times
why.
when y'all doing that polygamy stuff, that woman gonna
Let me tell you-
eventually want to get her some more Peter in there too.
A guy who does polygamy a lot. Let me explain that to you. When we fucking with another chick, they fucking with each other also, right? So that's their preference. I'm a straight male. There is no reason I can't fuck him in the ass. I don't want him.
But what if she wants?
Yeah, but that's a one sum.
She been getting yours for 20 years.
But that's the thing. That's a one sum. So we have a threesome. We all touching. I'm not touching this nigga. So it ain't an even battle no more. Like if I fuck this hoe, she can fuck this hoe too. But I can't fuck that nigga once you fuck that nigga. That don't make sense.
Okay.
It's apples and oranges, dog.
Okay, so in that case, you let her go off and she just do him by herself.
That's what you call swingers. Now, I'm not a swinger. Bitch, if you looking for a swinger, go find you one. And I ain't mad at you. Shit, I turn you on to a couple. But that ain't my thing. You know? Some people swing. I got partners that swing. Bro, they be trying to...
He can have him 2 or 3 different women with her, but she can't go get her nobody else. She gotta keep
No, the thing
with him.
is, if I bring a woman, my wife bring a woman in here, they probably scissoring and sucking on each other and fucking. I ain't saying nothing when she had eyes rolling in the back of her motherfucking head. I ain't had nothing to say.
You gotta understand the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle.
Yeah, the lifestyle is, see, you talking about swinger action with them different people than polygamy. That we don't do the swinger shit. I ain't sharing nothing.
Polygamy is a man who has several wives.
That's right.
He can have 4 women up in there.
Exactly. But a swinger is somebody who shares. They switch up. They have an open relationship.
Yeah, when you got an open relationship.
Hey, Austin, he ain't gonna share his, but she have to share hers. She gotta share him. That sounds selfish to me.
This is the thing. When she ain't sharing shit with me. How can she share? I'm saying, if we bring a nigga in the room, how can she share that with me?
No. She bringing a female in the room and she sharing.
So we can share. We can share that. We can share that. We both can get a piece of that. Now, when she bring the nigga in the room, are we sharing something?
Yeah, you can massage his balls.
I don't want to touch that nigga rusty balls. That's apples and oranges. It's just totally like that's like if I'm into men, then yeah. Like my son, gay as hell. He be having his boyfriend, not gay. He bisexual. They have fucking women in, niggas in. They do their thing because that's his preference. You know, a threesome is a threesome to them, but ain't no threesome when you bring that nigga in and I can't do nothing with him. I ain't got shit extra tonight. I just got to watch another nigga get something extra. And that ain't appeasing to me. Like if she came and she brought a bitch in here and she couldn't touch the bitch, and all the bitch wanted me to do was fuck her, that bitch couldn't be in here. She would not allow that.
Hey, she got 3 holes that you can go in. So one can be in one and one can be in the other.
This is what I'm saying though. Like I'm trying to explain. If you bring a girl in, she bring a girl in, and I'm the only one that fuck her, she don't touch her. But you know that shit wouldn't ride. She'd be like, what? Hell no. So why would you bring a man in that I can't touch? It don't make no sense to me.
But you can still touch your girl.
AD get up here. AD like Ike Turner. He get up here. That's
no, but I mean, just think about it. If she bring a girl, we are sharing that girl. She get to touch the girl. I get to touch her. If she bring a man, that's not for me.
Never went to no swingers clubs.
Yeah, I've been to swingers clubs too. I've been all that shit, but we don't fuck around. We be no, he haven't. We be close as hell in the swinger club. Come here, baby.
See, I've been to swingers clubs. I done been to hedonism. It's so many swingers clubs here in Dallas, in Fort Worth area. I'm talking about upscale shit. And then the type of people you meet in there, you'd be surprised, man, how classy that shit is, bro.
Yeah,
it ain't like
I be in the gay club, like, bro. I'm not hating on them gay people. That's how we find bitches. We be in the gay club.
Them motherfuckers is.
Take a sip.
Y'all niggas crazy.
AD, hey, Anthony. I know you've been in the gay club and a nigga done slapped you on the ass.
Hell no, then we tore that bitch up. See, let me tell you something also. Them gays don't just approach you like that.
No,
matter of fact, they can look at me and without, like God on the truth, they can look at you and know if you with the shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know, like that's what the guy said when we interviewed a transgender 2 weeks ago.
They know who's flipping.
And that's what he said.
They know who doing what.
He said he knows.
They know right away who flipping.
Yeah, that's what he said. And I was like, damn. You know.
So when I go there, I get dirty looks from niggas. Cause they know we in here to steal them bitches. I get dirty looks.
I had a girl, man. She was bisexual, man, and I used to sell a lot of weed in Chicago. And she took me to this on 69th Street, in King Drive. She took me to this classy ass lesbian bar, bro.
Yeah.
And she said, look, it's some bull dykes in this motherfucker. She said, but every bitch in here wants some real dick every now and then.
Every now and then. Cause
she told me that.
The studs sometimes are the freakiest bitches you can meet. They be trying to play it off like they don't want that dick, but they ain't had none in so long. They been acting like a man for so long. They be missing that wood.
Bro, it be some of the finest, baddest.
Not one of them bald head bitches out.
Bro.
Hey, man. Hey. I think my wife done started praying. Let me get off this phone.
Boy,
I gotta go see if she's standing up.
I ain't lying, because Jesus ain't in here. Not talking about this.
All right,
hold
man.
Up, before off the lead. Hold up.
If a guy's wife has cheated, then boundaries get set and they get delineated and agreed upon, and she cheats again, then it's time to exit. I think she hasn't proven herself to be worthy. And that's my personal opinion. Does it mean she's going to change at some point? Maybe, but it's not going to happen immediately. Clearly, she's not respecting the man's boundaries at this point. And that's twice that she hasn't respected, because there's an unwritten boundary that you don't cheat right on your spouse. We all know that. And then if that gets broken and the boundary gets set once again, and it happens, and there's no course correction to both of your points, the work has to be done by both partners, then there's an issue there that you're going to go, this has happened once, twice. What's that famous thing? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that's where it's kind of like, eventually you get to the point where, thank somebody for showing you who they are, right? Showing you who they really are. And they're not going to change. And if they're not getting help or they're not seeking help, the odds are that's on you.
Man.
So
like
when
a lot
they
of shit
cheat
they go.
that second time, I mean,
I really take
it don't take but a half a time for me.
Yeah, I don't take advice from white men because they allow themselves to be played like that because they dick small, and so they can't take two women. Hell, they barely can deal with one. They don't satisfy their women. Man,
AD understand that BBC is real now, man.
Bro, when you lay wood on the women, they be like, that's enough.
Hey, listen, that's the thing now, man. Cuckold white men allowing black men to fuck their women so that they don't lose everything.
Yeah,
they work
cockhole ass niggas. Yeah, they do that because they can't do what you listen. That's why most black men like more than one woman. I know every one of y'all black men that had sex with a woman and told you that was enough, and you wasn't near about ready to stop.
Bro,
Had to rush your nut off and think about it. Let me hurry up.
Imagine this. You a wealthy white man, right? And you got it going on. You got money. You got your own business. You look good. You handsome and all of this. You got this badass woman on your side, and you got 4 inches of dick. That's it.
Well, he better have 8 inches of tongue.
And
that's what they do.
Yeah.
And so they can't really satisfy a woman, let alone two.
Yeah, but that motherfucker gonna want. Listen, man. She gonna realize she wants some wood because at some point, them 4 inches, it just ain't gonna work for her.
That's why I want the white man, because what he talking about is white issues we don't have. Because a bitch ain't cheating the first time on a nigga unless he ain't right with her, and and they not compatible, like. And once she cheats, she ready to leave that nigga anyway. Ain't no sticking around. We come to an agreement. Ain't no agreement. Bitch, you done fuck somebody else. I don't even want it no more.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, this dude, he don't want to lose all his shit. See?
See, that's the difference with the white man. He don't want to lose everything, so he allows her to sleep around.
But the thing is, if he rich and he got good lawyers and she done cheated, he ain't gonna lose a motherfucking thing anyway. Because she adultery.
In most cases, if he got them kids, bro, he finna lose his shit.
Oh, I want custody of them. That bitch is unfit. She cheating on, bro, I would run with a good lawyer and good money. Them motherfuckers be living right in here with me and I had their own child support. Because I ain't the one fucked up the vows. This bitch over here cheating. I'd be in court like hell no.
But in most cases, it don't go that way.
Because most niggas give up. You better fight.
Because these goddamn judges gonna always favor the wife in most instances, man.
But look at Britney Spears.
That's proven.
Look at that blonde-haired white girl with blue eyes up there fucking off. Kevin took every damn thing. It's about really sticking to your guns, Staying 10 toes down with what you going through. If you cheating on me, I'm going to court. I'm gonna take everything. Matter of fact, you're gonna be paying me alimony by the time this shit over with. Because I ain't the one cheating, unfaithful. I'm at home being a good father, providing.
Let's
you out
be honest.
tricking.
If the man is rich, wealthy, or whatever, it means he doesn't have a lot of time. So he prefer the woman take the kids anyway because he's not gonna have time for them. So he may be willing to go ahead and shell out that money.
Yeah, a lot of cases that's what happened.
And she gonna claim neglect.
The wife gonna claim neglect.
The wife gonna claim neglect.
How's she gonna claim neglect? How's she gonna claim neglect? And she coming up with
because he only giving up 4 fucking inches. He neglected that pussy way too long.
Well, hey, it didn't shrink overnight. She already knew he had 4 when he married her.
Facts.
Yeah, man. But that shit is real though, bro.
Yeah, they let the women win, bro.
But hey,
you can't even come to my house with discharge. I need to know.
If I was a young man, I'd be getting paid like a motherfucker, man.
Hell yeah.
All of that fucking I was doing for free, man. All them white bitches I was fucking for free. Shit, man.
Hey, you can still get paid. You can still.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. Yo, silly.
Shit, man.
But yeah, so that was the topic. All right, AD, since you done got in the topic, once a cheater, always a cheater. Is that true, or can they change? If a woman cheat from your experience, well, you fell in love at a young age, but before you got to the point when you met the wife,
if a woman cheat,
always a cheater. What's the good women that you met with in your past that's in other relationships today? Are they still messing around with other guys while they're in that relationship?
Normal good women ain't doing that. But once they get fed up and they do decide to cheat, man, that shit over with. Not because you necessarily wanted to be over with, but she ain't the same. Because once she give up and say she gonna let somebody else fuck, bro, it'll never be the same. She'll never be the same with you again. once she went past that point. So I wouldn't even worry because if she cheat on me, I'm gonna let her go because she made a choice. And I know she gonna stick to her guns, bro. A woman is very, very stubborn. They don't take accountability most of the time.
And they slick with it. They way slicker than you.
Oh, they way slicker than we can ever think about being. Shit, motherfucker. I had to check my wife. Keep talking about spam. Keep calling. I'll be calling back. What fucking spam is this? Because they'll say that shit under spam. Pizza Hut. Be a whole nigga. Why Pizza Hut calling you at 3 a.m? It's to explain that shit to me.
Not only that, they patient.
Very.
See, we want everything quick. They'll wait for years to get us.
Yeah, special revenge.
They're patient. They don't forget.
Mm-mm.
And they'll let you think whatever you did that they was fucked up about, they'll let you think they cool and over with that shit.
I ain't been perfect, man. You know, I done some fucked up shit. And I see how my wife playing the game. She's just gonna torture me slowly.
And you gonna take it because you ain't going nowhere.
No, because I know it's my fault that you torture me. I'm just trying to see how long this shit gonna last.
I say the reason that he say he'll stay is because he know what he did to drive it to that point.
Yeah, I mean, most niggas, because most women are very loyal once, you know, most. If you're doing right. But niggas don't do right because, like I say, niggas be wanting extra, bro. Niggas be always wanting extra. When she get tired of it.
The majority of women that do right, the majority of the women that do right, it ain't about the money. And I tried to tell them this.
No, it's never about the money.
Wood, if she getting some good wood, she less likely to fuck around.
Exactly.
You can find a man with money, but
she's more likely.
That got that good wood is hard.
She ain't trying to miss out.
If she fucked up about you, bro, she ain't doing shit. She
ain't gonna go fuck with another nigga, but you know what she will do? She will fucking hurt you or tap your shit or drive you like my wife drive me insane, very slowly, one drip at a time. Drip.
Well,
she gonna get it.
But
cause her damn
Eddie Murphy told that joke. Don't leave. It's because they ain't got your ass back yet.
Right. And a lot of women that do that though. A woman is very vindictive and manipulative. Yeah, and they're revenge. So they'll stay in that relationship and they'll play like they love your ass to death till they get who they really want, and then they'll Kobe.
That's also, you know, that's also a way. Or they just stay there to torture you because they enjoy it.
Let me tell you what happened to my brother in Atlanta, man. So he got with her. She already had 2 kids. And she was always suspect anyway, because when he met her, like I just went to Atlanta. He had just picked me up from the airport. And you know how you driving back to the house? He saw her like her car, like she was parked on the side of the road, and he looked at her, he gave her an eye, and he stopped the car and ran over there and started talking to her. So anyway, I'm like, man, that. But anyway, they wind up getting together. Long story short, he helped raise them 2 kids. And that boy was 25, but he was autistic. He got him when he was about 15, 16, but he had autism. And that boy died in that house. He had a seizure, died in that house. After that boy died, bro, it was a wrap. She just started, man, my brother was a truck driver. Bro, he had to be at work. She went to work at 3 o'clock in the evening to get off at 11. He had to be at work at 6 in the morning. He get up at 4:30, leave the house at 5. She just be coming in at 4:30. Bro, niggas start calling the house. She was cheating so much, man. And I was just waiting for him to call and said, I just killed her. And he called the police on her so many times, man. The police came there. He said, listen. He said, I can't kick you out. And I can't kick her out. He said, but she just waiting for you to put hands on her. He said, the minute you put hands on her, he said, I got to come get you. He said, I got to come get you. You put hands on him. He did that shit for 2 years, D. And then he went to Chicago and made a run. He had a run up to Chicago. And when he got back, she had cleaned the house out. She took everything. And she was gone.
And my thing is, our brothers got to start seeing those signs and stop ignoring them. You can find some more coochie. Stop throwing your life away for that. It ain't worth it.
For 20 years, man, he didn't have a relationship. You remember that picture I sent you last week? I said, do you know this chick?
Yeah.
That's the first relationship he had since.
In 20 years.
In 20
He was that
years,
hurt.
nigga.
He was that hurt.
He fucked that nigga up.
I can believe it.
That nigga was scarred up, bro.
Yeah, because a lot of men love hard, man. A lot of men love hard.
But
especially if love wasn't one of your on your bucket list, and then you find that someone by accident, like AD did, like I did. That that ain't, you know. We didn't believe in that. We just
I ain't think I ever loved a
you
motherfucker.
playing your thing and you keep it moving.
I said I wasn't gonna never pay up
somebody
his
else
bill.
anyway. You know. And so that's why I understand what AD's saying, because I seen when he got with her. And
three times a charm for me, man. Cause I'm telling you, man, I was about to just be a baller, man. I was stupid, that shit.
Like, you know what I noticed?
I got a motherfucker love my dirty draws. Nah, man, I ain't got to do nothing but wake up and be Kirk every motherfucker.
See, you know what? I took my time, Kirk, to find them motherfuckers that love my dirty draws before I even decided to jump the broom. And then even then, I was pausing. I left.
He was like me. He was like me, Kirk.
Yeah, I was in Florida.
We put him through hell.
I think y'all niggas ain't waited longer than me, nigga. That's 15 years. I still ain't married.
I got married. I got married. No. I ain't been with a woman. No. I ain't get with a woman and stay with her for a while. No, that ain't what I do. Like I got married to my wife a year after I met her.
Yeah, I might not do that.
I didn't know you was married like that.
Yeah, a year after I met my wife, I married my wife. I was 29 years old. Well, 28 years old.
I might not do that marriage shit no more.
Now, mind you, I was a guy that said I wasn't gonna never give oral. Said I wasn't gonna never pay a bill. A bitch can't never get me to love her. I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Up to 28. I ain't give a fuck about a chick at 28. I was fucking them 2x2, 4x4s. I ain't give a fuck. I sold pills and shit, you know, way back in the days of my youth. I was a fool. I'd be in this club throwing out, hey, eat this, eat that, and then go home and have a party. I met my wife. My wife was so fucking quiet. She had a child. She was cute. I took her with me. We went to Florida. I'm still suspect, you know. I left 10 grand with her and moved somebody. We had a moving company. I moved somebody all the way to Vegas. I was gone like a week and a half. I came back. That girl had only spent $20 motherfucking dollars. Nigga, I was looking for where downtown at. I'm gonna marry this motherfucker. You don't find them like that, Black. It'd be the smallest shit to make you say this the one. Cause $10,000, I would have spent more than that. And goddamn, she bought a 6-pack, a pack of cigarettes, and some cigars. She said, I ain't need nothing else, baby. I had everything else I need. So
hey, and that's similar to my situation too, Kirk. I just had a party where I had made about 7 grand. And I had to leave my party and go to the club. And I left my money there. And I just met mine, the one I'm with now. Just met. I'm talking about maybe 3 weeks, a good month in the meeting her. And I had her to count my money to make sure and stack it up. The 50s, the 20s, the 10s, the 5. And I had money bands. She did not take $1.
Yeah, but you ain't leaving for a week and a half.
Oh no.
That's why you ain't get married right now. I was like, shit, listen. I hadn't met one like that. It was like a unicorn, you know. Couldn't let her get away.
I didn't expect to be with this girl at all. See, you know, I used to joke with her at work all the time, and she was in a relationship. She was married to she wasn't married to, but she was with a doctor. They had a motherfucking house, big ass house over in over in Colleyville. You know what I'm saying? And I just used to tease her, make her laugh all the time, telling jokes at work. And so one of my partners said, "Hey man, I'm having my dad, you know, I love boxing." He said, "My dad gonna host a fight at his club." He said, "You ought to come through." I was like, "All right." And I didn't go. So the next day he called me, he said, "Hey man, I thought you were gonna come to the club, man. Somebody was looking for you." I said, "Who?" He said, "Chelsea was there looking for you."
Hey, my
So
phone, shit.
I said, "I heard you was looking for me." She said, "Yeah,
You gotta
I
go.
think you didn't show up." I was like, "Okay, shit, man." I said, "I'll tell you what, let's go out." And that was it, man. Shit, that motherfucker, man, he said, "Oh boy, put hands on her." It didn't take but one time. Once he put hand on her, she said she was out. She said, "I'm loyal. Till you fucking put hands on me. You put hands on me, I'm gone." And that was it. But man, since I've been with that motherfucker, man, my life ain't been, and she just been there for me, bro, and me and my kids, man. And that was the only way I had invested so much in my last two relationships. I already knew it was gonna take a motherfucker that was willing to invest in me. She'll get hers, but I need to see the initial investment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She invested in me. And once she told me, and it was quick for her, she said, "Shit, I don't need nobody to tell me who you are. I already see that." I said, "As long as I get to be Kurt, I don't give a fuck. I'm down." Cause see, a lot of times, man, you try to project yourself as something else just to appease a motherfucker. And
No,
what
you gotta be yourself. I'm
what
gonna
you find
joke,
out,
I'm gonna clown, I'm gonna have fun.
there you go.
That's just what I do.
See, you
And if
get to
I'm
be
with that serious 24/7, you playing too much person, we not gonna make it.
See, you get to be D Black. That's all.
Right.
That's the only thing you know. Listen, man, you might show a different type of respect in certain places. If you meeting the mayor, or if you meeting certain authoritarian figures or whatever, that's one thing. But for the most part, you ain't gonna disrespect nobody. But you gonna be Wayne. You gonna be
Right.
Dwayne, man. Period. You're gonna stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes motherfuckers, like in the case of Rose, they always was looking at me like I wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to marry a doctor. She's supposed to marry a lawyer or this or that. And herself, she's supposed to be something different. You know what I'm saying? And so it was I never felt comfortable over there. Never. You go with that motherfucker, they looking at you like, what he doing here? You know what I'm saying? So what they find out, their daughter ain't shit. They fucked all three of them kids up, D.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
Audrey
somebody else who fell in that same category too, from that same neighborhood. He thought she
Audrey
was
was
gonna be
fucking. You know,
with a
Audrey was
doctor
fucking
or
the
lawyer.
nation. You know, Audrey was fucking the nation.
Who
Audrey
was doing what?
fucking the nation, nigga.
What you mean? Oh, everybody.
Everybody. You didn't know that, bruh? When we was in, man, when me and Rose was in Florida, Audrey was about 15 or 16 when we moved to Florida. And Audrey was sneaking niggas through the window. You know, the windows set, you could just slide them up and step inside. The windows right on the ground in the house. Man, they go to sleep, man. Niggas was climbing through the window, man. Billy Raven found all type of condom packages and shit right out there on the ground. And then when she got to Grambling, bro, me and Rose lived in Grambling. We had a 4-bedroom trailer home down there. And when she first came to Grambling, she was in her freshman year. She stayed with us. I wake up in the middle of the night, it'd be one nigga in there smashing another nigga sitting out there on the couch waiting his turn. She was fucking like that.
That's crazy, man.
And then Daryl, he was strung out on drugs for a long time. Finally, he got his shit together after a couple of bouts of the military and rehab. He got a pretty decent life now. He finally met a woman that was that brought his ass, that was valuable enough to make him get his shit together. But all three of them kids was fucked up. Audrey, still this day, this her third marriage, and she'd have married another wrong dude. The dude she got now, crazy than a motherfucker. When I was just down there for Thanksgiving, she was having a long conversation with me, said, I done married wrong again. The nigga ain't nowhere near her. Audrey make close to $200,000 a year right now.
My bad, my phone just went dead on me.
Yeah, we about to set it down. He was doing his bend. And she with the wrong one again.
Dude, he got a handicap, right? His hand, his arm, he got one of them arms that like this. And
why did she marry?
I think he called her. Some people think they can fix people, man. Some people feel sorry for people. It's why do people rescue dogs when you can go buy a dog that's healthy? Why do people rescue little kittens that are out there damaged or whatever? Because they have emotional packages. They have emotional vulnerabilities that they feel they as long as I'm there, I'll always be needed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But there's a minority group. There's a minority group that do it just like she do it for the check, or they get the dog because they didn't want to pay the cash. I mean, other people got other genders too, but they the minority. But there's some other motherfuckers do it for other reasons.
Yeah.
Financial stability helps a lot of people. Like people who get checks normally get assistance. I mean, life be lifing. So some of these girls out here doing it for that's why they date old men that's about to die and got all that money. They ain't there because they love that old dusty motherfucker. They want to take care of him and change his pampers.
So this dude got a lot of thug in him, man. And then he, she married him on the rebound. She had just come out of a marriage. She had a $400,000 house over there in Austin. And, when her ex-husband left, she won the house. And so she was working at a pharmaceutical company at the time. And this dude came in, he had a little cheese because the reason he developed those handicaps was because when he was born, they fucked him up some kind of way during birth. Using those things to pull him out, they fucked him up. And so he had a substantial amount of money saved. So during that time, he kind of stepped in too and helped her with some of that financial, even though she made a considerable amount of money. She made a considerable amount of money. He was able to step in and catch her when she had just went through an episode in her life. You know what I'm saying? He called her weak.
Right. She was vulnerable.
There you go. And so now she works for a company. She making over close to 200,000 or even might be more. She worked for a company that builds AI type prosthetics, the robotic arms and legs and all of that shit.
Right. Good money.
She's HR for them. She flies all over the place. And see, she did 15 years with Disney in HR. And she hosted all of the stars that came there. Whenever the stars came to Disney, she was in charge of their hotel and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she had to make sure everything was on the up and up when they came. So she got her shit together because she took that house down there, man, and she done redid that whole house, man. She done probably dropped $200,000 in that house. Had all the plumbing ripped up for 8 months. The Ravens they had to go live with Rose down in Sterlington. And they ripped up all the flooring. They did all of that shit.
Right.
And she redid that house because she knew she was coming back home. So now she still got the home in Austin. So she go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at how all three of them was raised, man, for two people who were so prominent and successful, with all their success,
they didn't have time for the kids. Sound like.
Well, they had time because you know, your boy used to be down at the townhouse because he was part owner.
Right.
Stayed down there all the time, so he had time because he wasn't in the classroom no more.
Boy, you stupid.
His classroom year was over with, D.
Boy, you wild.
You know, but that's just the facts, man. You know, but people do what they do, man.
Hey, Black, I got a subject that's gonna bring a lot of attention to your podcast next time you do it. Let's talk about Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, man. Let's talk about how Shador being snubbed for the finalists in the Heisman.
Yeah, that's all that, man. That the topic like that be pissing me off, and I don't try to get emotional with it, and then I don't want to be biased. But I feel that'll be a opening topic, and then we'll get into it.
My best friend, bro. We bet money right now. I was telling about Colorado at the beginning of the year, bro. And then the more he talked crap, the more I proved him wrong. Now I'm telling him like Travis Hunter finna be Heisman Trophy winning number 1 and 2 coming off the board in the NFL draft gonna be Travis and Shador. Man, I got about $500 wrapped up in that statement. Quick. Because there's so many haters and so many lovers out there.
They tell me something right quick because I missed the topic, man. What was found out about that boy that got shot in Bastrop? Because I didn't hear the story. But
man,
I heard the boy got shot in the back.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
AD down there with it, and he done witnessed it firsthand. And
ain't nothing gonna happen to that man.
I doubt anything gonna happen. But no. I take that back because Shunny ain't gonna rest. Just like Woody and Pepper them not gonna rest when it comes to Ronald Green.
Tell me the story right quick. Tell me what happened. What happened? Because I didn't really read this.
I guess they were chasing a little dude. The girl was driving. Matter of fact, it was my son, little sister driving. And they was being chased by him. I guess they wrecked. Somebody died during the crash. And a little guy got out. He had a gun. It's probably why he jumped out running with his back turned. And man, he let loose on that boy, man. He like Jigga Paparola, his camera was on. And you can hear him say freeze and then just let loose. And most of the shots was like in his back. As he was running. You know? But I mean, let me tell you something about this town. Let me tell you when shit gonna change around here and these police gonna stop thinking they motherfucking invincible. And I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do
something to them, my family.
I'm a home nigga.
I said that on the podcast. I gotta say I'm not promoting violence, but at some point you got to take things into your own hands.
I'm telling you what's gonna go. This is only how that you'll stop that. When motherfuckers start, you remember John Smith and the rest they saw, them all right people, man, I ain't got nothing against them. But they wasn't trying to kill John, they was trying to kill Baltimore. And so they made that call, and Baltimore Pope showed up, and they were gonna kill him, right? What's gonna happen is the only thing that's gonna stop them, the motherfuckers start calling them, and as they pull up, they start killing them. And I promise you, they'll think twice about fucking with folks. And they start putting hits out on police like that boy Cody, who doing all that shit. Man, that nigga didn't stop me. He stopped the homie Chubby, the one I got to bet with, in his yard, and asked him, he was pulling into his yard, and he turned the lights off as he was pulling into his yard. Why you riding on the road without your lights on? At the end of the day, he done searched the boy's car, found some weed, they done beat the boy up, maced the boy, tased the boy, all kind of, left him in the back of the car. The nigga had to have the ambulance come for him. They fucked him up.
Y'all sitting back there can Google anybody addresses and y'all letting that shit happen.
Remember your boy in Shreveport coming back, the state trooper did something to him? Whatever happened to that green boy?
That what you talking about now? Yeah.
Nothing. But see, the thing is, because they ain't killing these motherfuckers. You go to killing them, and then the national eyes, the federal level, gonna go looking down, what the fuck going on? And they gonna come see the corruption, and they gonna nip that in the bud. But it's gonna have to be some form of traumatic or some violence or something really big for people to start paying attention, because they doing shit and ain't nobody looking. And ain't nobody gonna look until something drastic happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, we definitely gonna have
either they gonna fuck up somebody real bad.
Wanting to do a topic on that.
And they gonna stop till the Fed come down and start looking about it. And they ain't gonna come down unless
he got out, Kurt, and he started running. The guy said freeze. The guy kept running, so he just loaded off, put about 11 shots in it. And it was a nurse on the scene that was in the car, and she wanted to try to help him, and they told her not to go near. And they claim he walked up there and finished, shooting him up. But that was a tragic situation. Then, they found Derek Morgan.
I said that girl stabbed him up, man, pretty bad, bro. I mean, motherfucker told me today she hit him everywhere but the bottom of his feet, and then what they call it when you degut, when you hit him in the guts, when you stab and pull up.
Yeah,
that was something. It may not be true. It may not be true. Allegedly, let's say it like that. Allegedly.
But when he put his hands on her,
I don't know, but they hit her with premeditated murder. That's what she charged with.
D, what you think about that dude, that police that shot that woman about that hot pot of water?
Yeah, whatever happened with that?
He probably gonna do some time. But just think about it. Okay, let's go back. Y'all remember Tamir Rice?
Yeah.
12 years old, 2 seconds. You roll up, open the door, shoot the 12-year-old, wouldn't let nobody come up there and do nothing to her. Since that time, bro, I've been realized ain't shit gonna happen until you bring it to a national level. Like you gonna have to start fucking these cops up all across this nation for them to make some changes. Because it's too much didn't happen. That's just appalling. A 12-year-old playing in a park with a play gun where he's supposed to be in a park playing. You done shot him. Wouldn't let his little sister go up. Wouldn't let nobody deal with. Even after you knew he was 12 years old, you let that little boy die. Nothing happened. Ain't nothing gonna happen until we rise up and whole police forces go to getting killed.
And
motherfuckers gonna be like, what the fuck is going on in America? Fix your police, man. Hell, Kaepernick still ain't in the NFL.
That girl in Chicago who was traveling, I guess, in Texas, and she got pulled over and they arrested her, and they said she hung herself.
Yeah, that's what her name was, Breonna. Breonna Taylor.
Taylor, that's it.
Yeah, but see, as a people, we need to realize this shit been going on. They've been lynching niggas. You got white supremacists who realize wearing the hood, the white hood was getting them sent to prison, so they became the police officer so they can kill a motherfucker legally.
That's it.
So a lot of times that's what they there for. They there to kill these white supremacists out here to kill us. Most of them in the police force, and when they do something wrong, they just quit. And when they quit, they can go get hired at another motherfucker because they didn't get fired for that shit because they quit.
Right.
And they just let them pass on to the next place. Things ain't gonna change until some drastic happen. When motherfuckers start coming together and telling the police we police ourselves, we're gonna have to start policing ourselves.
That's basically what I said last week on the podcast on the intro. We have to come together and do something. You know what I'm saying? Because until we like AD say, until somebody step up and do something, it's gonna be the same. It's just gonna keep repeating itself.
Like that dude
when they killed Black over there on HB Adams.
Yeah, nothing happened. Remember the little army dude that went crazy in Dallas and was knocking them police off?
Yeah.
There was just one. There was one. Imagine it was 20 like that. First of all, they wouldn't have been able to win. They would have whooped the police ass because they ain't equipped for 20 niggas with anger and a whole bunch. Just you ever notice them ranches where they go out there fuck with the white folks? The white folks have 30, 40 niggas with guns, then they just hold back. Let's negotiate and figure it out. Niggas don't got the sense to come together and form a bond. This our hood. You don't come over here and police shit. We'll police it.
And see, here we are worried, man, that we got kids and grandkids that we hope they don't ever run across the police.
But they will.
Yeah, somebody that you calling to protect and serve you, and take care of your well-being is now the ones who killing you.
Yeah, because we got in the black community, we got this stigma about police that most black men that's respectful won't become police officers. They don't want to put themselves in that position because they've always feared them or seen it's some kind of omen about them. They don't really want to fuck with it. We need more real black men to become police officers because the ones that become police officers now don't even like black people. They become police officers
and they got bullied in school. And they ready to take their anger out on whoever they can arrest.
I got pulled over, and I ain't gonna say all of them that got bullied are bad. Because Arthur Bradshaw pulled me over. He was a state trooper. I was speeding my motherfucking ass off. And he pulled me over. But I used to watch out for him. When he with me, hell, you just like a gangster. Can't nobody fucking touch you. I used to tell him he with me. I took Arthur, him, and Louis William man motherfucking well. Because I wish the motherfucker would. It would have been up. They wasn't really in the street. But that cat pulled me over, and I just knew I had me old fat ass ticket. And gave him, he was like, Anthony, AD. And I looked up, he was like, Arthur. Oh Lord, thank you, bro. That nigga gave me a warning and let me go on by my business. I was so happy I didn't know what to do. So sometimes it's good to look out and protect the ones.
I mean, my classmates, classmates and stuff, they do that. They on the force, you know what I'm saying? Big ups, Trevor Wilhite and all them. They looked out, you know what I'm saying?
I respected and protected a lot of weak people that couldn't defend themselves. I step in and punch a bitch in their mouth, leave him alone. That's just how I was built. Like, bitch, don't bully the little one. Fight the nigga that you think you can't whoop. That was me. I come in the room, I want to beat the biggest nigga up. Fuck that shit. That old scary motherfucker can't do nothing to me. I'm trying to protect him. Leave him the fuck alone. And I learned that because, my uncle and them, they all criminals. And they say the weak motherfuckers are always the ones that become the police officers, the doctors, the people that you gon', you'd be in position of authority. So I treated them niggas well, man. I made sure I loved on them just like they was gangsters. And it panned out. I got some firemen told me they came to my house, bro. They had burnt up my house. It was all kind of shit in there. Fireman gave me time to take it out, discard it and everything for the people got there. And I was like, whoa. And you know what he told me? He said, you don't remember, you used to come pick me up every Sunday, me and every other kid in the neighborhood, and take us to play football, buy snacks and shit every Sunday. He said, you gave me instruction, bro. That's why I'm a fireman right now. I felt good in the motherfucker. I look out for the weak, man. That's my thing.
But when you see, man, when you meet a really good white person, man, the motherfuckers be all right, man, because I done met some motherfucking black people. I don't want them motherfuckers nowhere near me, bro.
Nowhere near me, man. I swear.
I don't want them motherfuckers to tear up any goddamn thing you think you got. and then look at you like you did something wrong for having.
Because they envious. Black people instead of, I don't know why we don't come together, bro. I was talking to a dude the other day. He got this little business. My homie called me over. Was like, he was telling him we can come into business with him and help him out, and we'll take care of this expenses, that expenses. You know, folk, 2 or 3 men on this business is better than you trying to do it on your own. We can all cut your expenses and increase your profits, because you know we're gonna bring shit in too. That man was down for it and thought about it the next day and said he want to bet on himself. I told him that the day before that black people just don't come together and do nothing together, man. All of us got money. Come together, let's start a business and become millionaires like the white folks do, or the Chinese people do, or the Mexicans do. The Mexicans stay in the same house, all under one roof, the same fucking car. They all stack their money. Next thing you know, they own the fucking neighborhood. The same with the Arabs and everything else. We the only fucking community that will push each other out the fucking, you know. We can't come together.
Being a satellite installer, my last 15 years of work, bro, I would go to a house, it'd be 20 Mexicans up in that motherfucker, bro.
And they all got big money in their pocket.
And listen, they all contribute a little bit, bro. And they all listen. All the motherfuckers, they'll cut that room off. And I used to have a receiver here for this one, a receiver there for this one, receiver there for this one. They got houses up. They said, can you put another disc back there? We give you $100. You got that right. I put another disc.
They stick together.
You know what I'm saying?
Our black community.
All of them go to work every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they work all day and they all contribute. Next thing you know, like you say, they own that whole motherfucking block, nigga.
Bro, this is the thing. This is the thing about us. We was tortured and enslaved for 400 years. And from that, we took a lot of violence. We took a lot of ways to hurt people and to be manipulative. But one thing we didn't take is how to stick the fucking together.
Exactly.
And we would have stuck together, we wouldn't have been in bondage so fucking long. But it's so hard. The house nigga against the field nigga.
We were trained, but see, we were trained to hate each other. That's why we had in-house discrimination, the light skin against the dark skin, and all of that shit. All of that shit was ingrained in us. Because
but see, I don't think
the light skin nigga was the house nigga.
Remember, they had the camps with the Japs and shit in the China. Them motherfuckers still stuck together. They wouldn't give a fuck how much you try to manipulate them to go against each other. They are one. And that's some shit that we ain't been able to do.
Yeah.
We just ain't able to do it, man.
Because tell the truth, most of the time, if any of us gets money, the first thing we do, wherever the fuck we stay at, if that motherfucking spot ain't legit, we're getting the fuck up out of there, bro.
Get the fuck up out of here and fuck everybody that's in here.
Cause you already know, man. That motherfucker, you can't own nothing, man. That motherfucker come see you, bro. He got to come see you.
I got some black friends, bro. In the past, we done fucked hole together, drunk together, got high together, ran the streets, ran the clubs, fought. But when it came time to make money, that nigga ain't want no parts of it. I got this on my own. I got me. You just get you. And I never understood why we do every goddamn thing else, but when it comes to us actually prospering, that we want to do separately.
And then if you do start, if just say you get together and all y'all start making money, and just say the money start being divided up evenly, right? It's gonna be a time when motherfucker, hey man, look, man, I worked hard. I believe I'm supposed to get, man, look, I should have got so and so and so. What the fuck you mean? We split it even. No, man, remember I bought so and so, man. Remember, and then I did this job. You hear a lot of that bullshit.
That's why I don't do business with people like that. I don't deal with them.
Yeah, cause it ain't a matter if, it's just a matter of time before you hear that hate.
Yeah, when it ain't if, it's when. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be doing this and that.
It's always that one.
When me and you used to share music, man, It was always equal. You find music. If you got something, you bring it to me. If I got something, I bring it to you. Hey man, you got this. It was enough. It was enough room for both of us.
Let me tell you how we kill that. Let me tell you how we kill that. When we come together and there's one nigga that started doing that shit, and that's when we all get together and we buy him the fuck out. If you so unhappy with what you got going on, we'll buy you out. You can go ahead and go on by your business because we all one here. If you want to be some individual, you want to do something separately, we'll buy you out and you can take your ass on and go do it separately. But this right here gonna stay a unit. And if you don't want to act right, we'll vote your motherfucking ass out.
Yeah.
You know, give you an opportunity to get you something and get on up out of here. Or not.
Yeah. But that's how it is, man. You're right. I don't know why so many of our people like that though, man. That shit crazy, bro. I got a neighbor next to me, man. That motherfucker good as gold to me, man. That dude, man, he a young white cat. That motherfucker, he do contract work, man. He work by himself, man. That motherfucker he don't give a fuck, man, about being tired of none of that shit. He works 6 days a week. That motherfucker hit his hand one day. He hit his hand, cut that motherfucker wide open with a goddamn what they call that shit? Wasn't a jigsaw, but it's
Kaza blade?
Kaza saw. He hit that motherfucker, split that motherfucker all open, man. He said, man, can you take me down to the emergency room? I said, yeah, I'll take you down. I took that motherfucking emergency, man. I sit in there down there with him for 4 hours. They finally got him stitched up, man. 2 days later, I thought that motherfucker gonna take some time off, man. 2 days later, that motherfucker said, man, shit. I can get this drywall over one hand, man. Fuck that. He said, man, this is a $15,000 job, man. Fuck all that. I said, boy, you crazy, man. He said, shit, man. I use my body. I got one good hand, man. I get this motherfucking nail gun up. I get them motherfuckers up. You know.
I can't wait. Shit, even when we were down there black at that damn club, that shit was crazy. Tanker ass, the so-called the DJ he gotta have, brought that motherfucker over, and that motherfucker caused all the problems in the world. Like shit was fine. I came over there, bro. I came over there because Jules had did some crazy shit to me. So I'll come over to the club exclusive, like whatever y'all need, I'm spending it. Let's get this bitch pumping. One night, I just seen it constantly. I put money in. I come inside the door to get me at least the money I put in back. Everybody looking at me strange, you know what I'm saying? Because it's time to pass out some bread. You know, Black, you remember that? You used to come get the money for me, go pay for the advertising. I buy all the juices, put the money at the goddamn door. At the end of the night, I come to get my money, taking, looking at me like, nigga, goddamn. Nigga put on Facebook one time, said, I'm out here counting people money over $35.
I
said, what the fuck?
Hey, you was drinking up all the Hennessy, man. I ain't like that shit.
Man, I was buying all the goddamn Hennessy.
Why you niggas stand up there with his goddamn hand out?
Yeah, cuz I had spun like, I think the nigga wanted to
buy
juice.
liquor for the club, but he drank it up.
Shit, I'm gonna buy it tomorrow too. If they ain't buying, I'm drinking.
It's supposed to be for the club. This nigga go get 2 big old gallons of Hennessy, but he sit at the bar all night and drink it all up.
Hey, I ain't drinking both gallons. I'm gonna leave one. The other one's for me any goddamn way. You don't need 2 bottles. What do you need 2 bottles for? You can't sell the first one. Shit, drink this shit.
Oh boy.
That nigga go up there, he have his chest poked out. I bought 2 bottles of Hennessy. I bought 2 gallons of Hennessy. But he sat at the bar all night and drank up 1 bottle by himself.
Yes, sir. You know why though? Because through the night, I started like Black, you wasn't an issue. You ain't say shit to me. But bro, just think about it. He asked for some juice for his club. He called me. Man, I was paying a light bill and every fucking thing, bro. He was doing, you know, I'm taking care of shit that Tanker and them ain't gonna. They get their money, they run out the door. But the lights on because I went and paid that motherfucking bill. The advertisement on that shit because D Black to pull in my yard and say, "Oh, I'm gonna need $350." You need them bands for the club. I'm gonna need another $300. I'm like, God damn. Huh? When the artists come to the club and ain't nobody come to the club and that motherfucker want to get paid, they call me in the office then. Ain't nobody got no problem to call me in there telling me we got to pay this nigga.
So
I ain't getting no motherfucking money.
What happened when you decided to get your cut?
Well, you drunk up all the Hennessy.
Yeah, but he hollering about Hennessy, nigga. When the light bill need to go, I paid that motherfucker. I bought them damn bands. I paid for that fucking advertisement. You called me before I come to the club. I bought all your juices, all your beer, all your Hennessy. I gave you money, some change at the door so you can have change for motherfuckers. I just come in for my simple money for my juice. I gave him about $35 for some juice. I ain't even mentioned all the other stuff. I'll take it up with him later. Take her on Facebook, talk about some damn $35. Man, what did you? I said, nigga, my wife's shoes cost more than 30. The bottle I brought her this much motherfucker to drink for myself cost more than 30. Matter of fact, I bought everybody fucking clothes that's with me. They shit cost more than 30, nigga. You know how much fucking weed I smoke? You ask me about $35? You worry about my motherfucking business? Don't worry about what the fuck I got going on. Worry about you. And what pissed me off, I kept telling Perry, take care of that. That's your boy. That's your DJ, the one you scream you had to have. You keep asking me to pay all this shit, but when this nigga talking, you hush like you quiet in the motherfucking mouth. You ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna tell this nigga to mind his motherfucking business? And then when he leave, oh, don't worry about that. No, you don't worry about actually pay these lights no more, motherfucker. Fuck you, I'm gone. I'm cutting my losses right motherfucking now. Because I used to come to my club and put my AR behind the bar. I hate to use it in this motherfucker. I'm just gonna go and get my gun and go. You can keep what I lost.
Crazy for real, bro.
You can keep the money I lost, but I'm gonna get up out of here because somebody's gonna get hurt real bad. Because I'm spending way too much money. I'm losing constantly. I'm just losing money, bro. And then when I come in there just to get back some of the money I'm losing, this motherfucker making posts about me on Facebook. You ain't gonna straighten out your worker at all, because he's a worker. I'm an investor. You worry about you straighten out your workers or you can lose your investors. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Same with Kanye West, talking about he can say some shit. They took them billions back, didn't it? He ain't get thinking you cool, like nigga. I'm an investor. You don't piss me off, motherfucker. I'm the nigga that pay the bills.
Fellas, I got
Boy,
to bounce
y'all
out,
was crazy.
man. Look,
Y'all was wild.
y'all-
He had that money, man. Hey, he didn't have money several times. Kurt ain't gave shit about it. Throw that money in there and burn it. He ain't give a
But the
shit.
thing is, I kept trying to do. I'm like, now I got, but I can't get nobody to do nothing. Every time you do, it's a riff. Like,
No,
if you run into
Kurt, I'm talking about real money. I ain't talking about no bullshit.
No,
This nigga had millions. This nigga was like one of the youngest, richest niggas in the city for a long time.
I got a house in Barris I just bought. I got about 7-8 acres. Shit, I got a 74 Nova sitting in the back.
I'll be right
78
back.
motherfucking Charger.
But you would know he had that type of money.
I'll be right back.
But the thing is,
We
Black,
about
they
to
can't
shut
come
it down.
together, man. Like, if you own a business, Black, and we doing some shit, and your worker is fucking with your investor, ain't you gonna straighten your work out, bro?
Hell yeah. I'll get rid
I
of
was
him.
supposed to say shit to him. You supposed to do this shit, man. Why you got me in here lip chapping with this nigga, man? Straighten this nigga out. That nigga ain't do shit, bro. He just let him go. I couldn't take it, bro. I ain't win with Pierre.
I just
I've been trying to get
you got fed up. Y'all was in the office, and then shortly after that, you wasn't coming no more. Y'all had got into it, and
You know what
you
it
ain't
was?
come no more.
Let me tell you when it was. They was letting too much go on. Niggas inside the picture room taking pictures with pistols. You know what I mean?
Taking pictures with
They
what?
actually was doing this. I'm complaining about it. I'm saying shit. Tanker, man, fuck that. Man, no, don't fuck that. This shit need to be corrected. My girl in here. If you hurt my girl, man, I'm killing everybody in the club. Like, we need to address that. That same night, your boy Pac-Man got shot over the eye.
Yeah.
That's the night I said, I'm done with you motherfuckers, because y'all reckless. You don't, I said I help pay for security. You won't get no real fucking security. They had it for a minute, and they slacked up on that shit. They ain't want to pay it. You know, you let niggas walk through the door, they taking pictures with guns. I tell you, you do nothing about it. It was just too lawless, too reckless. I felt like I was on the fucking block. Only problem is it's dark in this motherfucker and I can't see it coming. I couldn't do that, bro. It just wasn't right. So you worried about a DJ booth. You didn't even know they were taking pictures with guns in the picture room, did you?
Hell no.
And when I addressed it, they act like I was
Because
fucking crazy.
I thought they was checking people at the door.
That's what I thought.
Only certain ones could bring guns. You, me.
And then the dope man was letting the other ones bring it in too. I'm telling you, bro. it was young niggas inside there brandishing pistols as they taking pictures in that picture room.
Yeah, I ain't know none of that.
I did. You know, niggas talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I heard it, I told Perry. And then, you know, they started acting like I'm fucking retarded. This nigga done got shot. I tell y'all what, bro. Because if something happened to my girl, man, I'm killing everything that moved in that area. So I don't want to go to prison behind something stupid. I'm gonna stay out y'all clubs. Y'all can have this motherfucker. And on top of Tanker doing all that other shit, it just wasn't for me. You know, it just wasn't for me, man. All that riffing and rap. I'm trying to make money. I'm not here to beef and hang out and be gangster. I thought this was the business. They treating it like a fucking like a gang or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like it, bro. It wasn't structured enough for me. Not for me to be putting all my goddamn money into. Hell no.
Boy, you wild.
It's like selling dope on a block that the police sit on. I don't think that's a good investment. Sooner or later, I'm going to jail. Shit. Oh, nah. Damn sure was a good spot.
It's been cool, man. Glad you came on here and enlightened it. Shit, you brought some humor to the
yeah, that's why I did
it.
I figured I'd shake it up a little bit so they scroll through on Facebook and hear me clowning. That's stop.
Yeah, you jumped on there and played devil's advocate and got everybody's attention, like you always.
Yeah, because
do.
I mean, I was listening to him. I was like, big dog, you shouldn't have left. You should have fought that shit out, made her life miserable like your own was miserable. Hell, you know. Now, if she want to leave, I wouldn't stop my wife. My wife start packing up shit. She started leaving. I ain't jumping in front of the door, but I'm gonna let her know. Like, I don't want you to leave. I'll do whatever it takes to stay, but I'll open the door for her.
That's exactly what he did, though.
I'll open the door for you. I ain't gonna never leave you.
She thought the grass was gonna be greener, and she didn't want to be with him.
Found out it was dirt on the other yard.
Yeah, he let her pack up, and that's what she found out. But his thing was, they had like 6 kids, and little bitty kids, like you said, a newborn, a 3-year-old, and maybe a 5-year-old.
I wanted to ask him, how did he lead the situation? Was he an asshole and arrogant about it, like bitch leave, or was he really sincere? Like, no, I want to try to make it work, baby. Like,
yeah, he was sincere. He wanted to stay in it because of the kids. He was like,
not for the kids. No.
For her. Work this out for the kids.
No. See, that was wrong. No, I want to work it out for us. Cause when the kids gone, I still want to deal.
She was already doing her thing. She had fell in love with somebody else, messing around.
Oh shit, yeah.
Got a baby by somebody else.
Oh, he a good nigga.
Yeah, excellent nigga.
Excellent nigga, you way better than me. Nigga. I ain't nothing like
way better than me. My ass was out to him.
Man, what you talking about? Like you said, I called him holding hand.
He didn't find that out till later though.
Look, if I called him holding hand, like what your boy, like James said, if I called him praying to God,
yeah, like I said, like I see my girl walk with somebody holding their hand is over.
That nigga said, if I catch her praying with a motherfucker holding hands, it's over. God damn, Jay.
That's a wrap.
I was strict.
But yeah,
I just wanted to fuck with y'all, man. I seen y'all roll by. I was like, look at this shit. It was a lot of views. Like somebody came by and looked at it, but it was only 4 comments. I'm like,
yeah, they don't really comment.
They don't really interact. That's why I commented so many times, because when you do that, it brings it up in the algorithm. Like people start seeing it, more comments he got.
Yeah. We just on here. We
shared it.
Enlighten people. We get a lot of people that hit us up in the inbox. We say they marriage. They needed to hear this and that, and they was in that situation. So it's more for the grown folk, and then they watch it on their way to work. So you'll see the views go up to tomorrow while they on their way to work. By the weekend, they watch it.
I don't know. You might need
they in the bed now.
Edit. You might need to go through this bitch and edit it, because
we was on here a while and y'all got way off topic.
Off topic. That's what I mean.
Go in there, slice it up. But it's been real. It's been real. Bo Rock, we about to shut it down, man. It's been a pleasure.
And I commend you, fam. Black told me,
man. So they pick that shit up in the morning. You know, they run on Thursdays over here.
They run on Wednesdays over here. But hey, Black told me how good of a nigga you was. and I commend you, old school, because I'd have been left behind. I ain't got it in me, you know. But I mean, the first sign that it ain't right. I believe in trust, but I don't believe in trusting the motherfucker blindly. So the first time I got in the blind, shit, I'm ready to go.
Well, his thing was, he wanted to be in a relationship. She ended it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to ask you, Bo Rock.
But they always do. I mean, look,
But see,
statistics.
I did so much dirt, man. So you got to understand one thing about, I grew up in the streets of Chicago, man. So I already had that shit in me, and I did so much. Anytime you know what you do in that bedroom to a woman, man, you know that's power, bro. And so I was, man, I fucked over a lot of
good wood. Good wood. I hear what you're saying.
Hey, when the
pay
motherfucker get the holler,
attention to him, but you gotta lay that good wood, because you know how many women, how many women say that they messed around because they never had an orgasm, or because the guy couldn't make them get off, and then when they finally mess around, they get off. They're not interested in that man no more. So yeah, you give them attention, but you also gotta bring that wood.
Gotta bring that wood.
Hey, that's where I got GP Wood from, man.
D Black,
Wood, man.
that motherfucker gonna holler. That motherfucker gonna holler. Ooh, why is it so good? You in trouble? Then run, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta bring that wood, man,
bro. And so you know, that's why I said, you know what, man, much dirt as I done did, bro. I gave that motherfucker a pass, man. You know, but in hindsight, man, I should have bounced that motherfucker, bro. You know, but it's all good.
It was good chit chatting with you young brothers, man. You young men.
Hey,
y'all
next week, same time, bro. I hope to talk to you again, man. Good meeting
Drop
you,
it in
bro.
my inbox. I'll jump in here. I don't got shit to do. I'm unemployed. Shit. My wife mean. Hell, look, my wife mean. Hell, I might well talk to some like-minded men. Shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, I use it for therapy because I learned a lot. You'll be amazed on how much I've grown since I've been doing this podcast. Because I had some fucked up mental ways. And you used to see and hear some of them ways, because I used to come in under shit that you would put. But I'm learning more, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all educated me that time. I'm open to learn. You get what I'm saying? I'm always thirsting for knowledge, and I don't know everything. So when you and her, when I made a comment under one of y'all posts, and y'all kind of put me on a level to make me see it different, I was like, okay, I see where they're coming from. I'm not, my way is not just my way or the highway. I thirst for knowledge.
My way or the highway. That's how you used to be, man.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But look, like, just like tonight, when you was talking about her not getting a threesome with a man, did I make you understand the difference of that shit?
Yeah, that was funny. But you made me, I see how y'all, like, you know, that's the rules of the game. Shit.
It's rules of the game. Like, it's different things, you know, different strokes for different folks. You know, some people swing. Some people do polygamy. Some people just have open relationships where they go off and have relationships with other people, like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Right, but y'all ain't
getting in entanglements.
Hey, bro, can you imagine what that young nigga, Asante, what his name?
I've seen it.
Yeah, boy, when that nigga got a chance to fuck Jada, nigga, I bet that nigga.
Yeah, but he hit the worked out, washed over Jada. Had he hit her doing the different strokes and all that shit, that would have, different world and all that, that would have been different. He got a washed up Jada.
Yeah,
he got the bald head bitch.
Man, that bitch was lonely, man. So he got a vulnerable, bro. She was lonely.
I think he was mentally unstable, bro. I
don't
know.
He was messing with the son.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because, you know, in the industry, man, he might have been got played with, molested his goddamn self, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking him and the son probably was messing around on the DL, and he was over to the house all the time, because he did come out saying that he was bisexual.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
he was bisexual.
But listen, hear what I'm saying. Did y'all see the way Jada was talking about when she got with that nigga though? The way she was looking at Will.
Did you see how red that nigga eyes was? That nigga about to cry.
That nigga wanted to break that. Cause he know. You see, he's like, what the fuck you mean an entanglement?
Nah, but that was really messed up for her to put him on blast like that, man.
Yeah.
That's a low down bitch.
Yeah, she had the kids. The kids be writing letters to dead Pac. The bitch was obsessed with Tupac to the point Will Smith trying to be Tupac. Keep my name out, my wife's name out your mouth. That was Tupac. That wasn't Will. You know, to walk up on stage and slap.
Nah, Will ain't no punk either though. He grew up West Philadelphia. He ain't no punk. Just cause he clean cut, don't make him no punk now.
But you got to think about it. This whole time with this woman, he been competing with a dead nigga. He been competing with Tupac with this woman the whole fucking relationship.
When he don't have to. But I heard through the grape now, Will was getting his share of cat too now.
And the share of dick too?
And they say Jada be at them parties, man, with that big ass strap on, punishing niggas, man.
She be punishing Will. Shit. Believe it.
That bitch got a strap on that'll scare a horse.
Man, I'm gonna let y'all fellas go and get on with y'all night, bro.
It's been a pleasure. Hey, but we out of here. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that's true. That depends on the person.
That's not
or the
true.
situation.
Yeah.
That's
Depends
not
on
true.
the
That's
situation.
a false statement. You know?
Yeah.
Can't tell a woman that shit though. Shit, you fuck up once, bitch, you fucked up forever.
Yeah, she gonna think you done did it, but just like us, same way, you know. Well, like I said, I wouldn't stay with mine, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll never really know.
Well.
I ain't gonna never say never. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I love to fuck out my wife. So it depends on the situation, how the shit go
You'll
down.
be kissing on her, and at the same time you sucking another nigga penis. Nothing.
Or another. You got. Don't just say niggas, because women cheat with women too. Now, come on.
Oh
bro.
yeah. So but you cool with that? It ain't that.
And that
Women can be with women, but
that's one of my rules.
It's just the ego that she with another nigga, and then you got
no.
Your chest poked out. Your chest poked out, and he looking like, man, I had his girl last night.
Black. I feel the women more than I feel the men, because them motherfuckers. Listen, bro. I'd have been through the ringer when it comes to these women, and we speaking on women. Shit, I'm still here. You know, understanding me? I've been through it too.
I used to tell these dykes, bulldeck, whatever y'all call them. I was like, hell, my tongue just as long as yours or longer. So you can't do that.
They know what. One thing they got on me, they know what feel good, because they got one. So they can hit little corners that we didn't even know existed. So all I'm saying is, the bitches is dangerous.
To Facebook, thanks to YouTube, you know they exist.
They are dangerous, bro. And they always come in. You know, we deal with a lot of chicks. They always come in and try to steal my good. We have to let them know off top. My wife ain't going to no parties with you solo. Y'all ain't going to no girls' night. Ain't none of that shit. Where she go, I go. If she with you, I'm with you, motherfucker. Because them the ones you got to really motherfucking watch. They in plain sight fucking yo.
Hey, I know a couple down here right now that did that, and he wanted this threesome. Got the girl in the bed. The girl took his woman, and then she ended up putting him out.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to have a woman who really believe in you fucking with these chicks. Now, you know, a woman and another man, she don't really want another man, bro. Once she got some good dick, some good wood, that ain't she ain't concerned with. But a woman nurturing and rubbing on her and doing the shit that I don't do because I'm a man, I feel that bitch. That bitch, they got me nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Your ass better get filmed them and start rubbing on that motherfucker.
Man, I check phone calls, everything. Who was that?
No, I'm
Teresa.
talking about
What she want?
You need to start rubbing on her. You need to start rubbing on her and caressing the shit that you don't do because you're a man. You need to start doing.
Yeah, but then, you know, a lot of times men be preoccupied with making money.
Jump in the tub and take a caress bubble bath with her.
I understand, but men be preoccupied.
You better learn how to put your tongue, lick your tongue from a butt all the way up to up spine.
Hold on. We got boundaries. I don't go too far. We got boundaries.
You gotta get freaky these days.
Hey,
that's why they tell you women y'all ain't freaky enough.
Nah, you right. That's why I let her bring money in.
Appetite.
No, now, young nigga.
He's too hard for that. But let me get out of here. That's another topic.
That's another topic for another day.
All
Yeah,
right, fellas.
that's right.
Hey,
From
y'all
the
have a
rooter,
good
from
one,
the
man. Y'all
rooter to
be
the
safe.
tutor.
I can't hit the tootie, but I can fuck with the Rudy. No, backwards.
Hey,
I can
he
fuck with
talking all
I
that
can fuck
shit.
with the Rudy. I can fuck with the tootie. I ain't fuck with the Rudy.
He talking
do it.
all that shit and be the main one in there licking it
Hell
off.
no.
But
I'm too germophobic. I'm too germophobic to eat the ass, bro.
Hey, D,
Like,
hey, D,
if I take a shit, I gotta shower afterwards. I don't even want it on my skin. Ain't no where the hell I'm putting it in my mouth.
But he'll eat some cat though.
It ain't
I
but 2
suck
inches.
a pussy dry.
It ain't but 2 inches. It ain't but 2 inches between that gap right there and one.
Yeah, I
wrong
make
lick.
sure. Hey, that's why I put the thumb there. The
One
seal a
wrong
hole.
lick.
Hey, I put the thumb there to seal a hole, nigga. Make sure I don't slip and hip. Trip. I got a plug.
That nigga crazy. So with that being said, man, brothers, we out of here.
Yeah.
Another episode in the books. Speak on it podcast 2K24 fall edition. We out. AD. Shout out to Lotus. Shout out to my man Kirkland. And shout out to Austin. We out. Peace.
Peace.
What you think, man?
I've been in the polyamory lifestyle. I can't even say lifestyle because it's not a lifestyle. It's a way of loving, not a way of living. I've been polyamorous for about 10 years now. Okay. And the mindset for me is mentally, I think I've been polyamorous longer than actually practicing it because I've always felt that this like monogamy just doesn't fit for me. Right. I don't understand why I have to only love one person or why I can only show affection for one person. Where is this written? Why do I have to go along with what the societal standard is supposedly is?
Right.
And then
the problem comes when you love somebody too much. When you let yourself love somebody too much,
and they don't love you the same.
It's not even matter whether they love you back or not. They can love you back, but it's still unhealthy to love somebody that much. Which I understand that ideology of that. Well, I can't have. I might as well. I've been there. I know that. But at the same time, you have to realize, what your culpability is in a relationship going, however it went. You start thinking about, well, damn, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. So, you can love somebody too much. And then, see, this complicates things for us men because we already have a hard time forming those emotional attachments. You already told, don't do that.
The missing link to that goes back to a time before we were even thought. Why doesn't my father like that? Is that a protection for me?
Right.
Or is that the way he was raised? Or maybe somebody hugged him one day, a man hugged him. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying we got
No, but there are things that could have happened that absolutely that caused him to be the way he is.
made him feel weird. Needed that. So the things that we think are sometimes a rejection or a lack may have been a protection.
And most of the time they are like absolutely. So if we don't understand that, all we know is a rejection.
You see, like what I understand with my father,
men were going to jail, killing each other, and then now we got bisexual, then we got gays, now we got transgender. So with all of that going on, the purpose of that was removing the black man, the black male from the household. Okay? So with him not being in the household, she's getting the welfare, or she's out there in the workforce, forced to take care of herself, and if she have children, to take care of the children alone. Whether he's in jail, whether he's dead, whether he's bisexual, whether he's gay, whatever. The black male was removed from the home, and black woman was forced to provide for the children, for herself.
You're missing one other thing that removes black male from the home. That's white women. Because after a while, it was a run on black men, white women. Yeah, white women. You know, at one point, black men, they just had to have a white woman. No matter what their social economical status was, white women was the way to go. And so that pulled a lot of black men out of the house.
Damn, I sure missed that. I mean, I know Rick James. You know, I know. You know, I mean, you hit it. I just didn't think of that as a major absence of the black man. So you
being a provider means so many things.
right.
It means put you in a house. You know, it means I got your back. It means we doing this together. It means
Right.
I'm just gonna walk away when things get hard. You know, that's providing, right? I'm gonna provide emotional protection so that you can, you know, I'll be present for you when you don't feel like you can be there for yourself or whatever, you know. So there's so much more definition to the thing, right? And even on the flip side, looking at, you know, men with kids, right? I remember I did not want a man who had kids, and I was about 25 when I met my ex-husband.